hello, hello! Welcome to another episode of Dungeons, Dice and Dudes, where we take those three things and make magic happen, baby! Woo!
Yes.
Why not? Well, there it is. Christmas came early.
It's kind of crept out.
And I thought Christmas only came once a year.
If you get it delivered, it can come. So...
Come delivery service.
Business idea.
We're side
I want
project.
500 grand.
And you receive my gun.
Oh God, oh God. I'm really sorry guys, it's like 32 degrees outside and 50 degrees in here, so...
Actually, it's only 27.
Alright, grow up. Well, my brain's certainly boiling in its sack.
Crack an egg on it, we'll cook it.
Crack an egg on your head, eggnog.
It feels like 28 though, so every
Well.
degree.
Well, it's probably not the heat, it's the humidity that gets you.
It's probably not
Probably better than feeling...
It's probably not the heat or the humidity, it's the sexy boys around the table that get you. Thank you for joining us for another episode. We're very pleased to have you listening in. And before we dive into some more fun and games with tonight's fun, let's have some announcements, shall we? Straight off the top, if you are listening to us on a platform and you think, why not? Why not split my listens over different platforms? Si, where can our listeners head to?
So if you are, perfectly happy with where you listen to your podcast, and let's face it, why wouldn't you be? Then, yeah, feel free to stick it out, stay on there. But if you want to mix things up, maybe you can't afford 3, 4, 5 subscriptions at the same time and there's only one you want to stick to, make sure you stick to one of these, because the boys, or should I say the dudes, are available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Overcast, Amazon Music, Castbox, Pocket Casts, Radio Public and Stitcher.
And Wobblecast for you wobblers out there.
And Dad's Pod, exclusively for all dads. If you've recently become a dad, you will get an email with an invite.
Yeah. That's what happens when you... Yes.
If you haven't received that and you've recently become a dad, please have a word with your wife.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, thank you. Thank you to all our Dad's Pod listeners out there. And then if you are looking to hear more about us on our socials, where else can we head to do that?
Me again.
Yeah. Hi, Zai.
If you'd like to keep up to date with us on our social medias, we predominantly use Instagram and Twitter. However, we do have different handles for each one. So if you want to follow us on Instagram, you'll find us at Dungeons, Dice and Dudes, all one word. And if you'd like to follow us for the tweets, to see whatever brain farts or questioning who is playing D&D this weekend, you'll find us at Dungeons_Dudes. That is Dungeons_Dudes.
Love it.
You can also find Dungeons, Dice and Dudes on the YouTube channel of the same name, where you can view video content to stream. Unfortunately, no moving pictures, but like any podcast on YouTube, there's no movement, it's just sound. You're the weird one for listening to a podcast on YouTube, actually. So that's all of that. Also, we are thinking of maybe posting updates in Nathan's own Discord server as well.
Ooh.
That was something I made up just now, and now that has to come to fruition.
Yeah,
so,
shit. You better share that
So
Discord,
if you want
baby.
to shill that...
Yeah, I didn't know this was happening. So yeah, if you want to head on over to the Discord for alerts about what are we alerting them to?
It will mostly be when new episodes are available and links to other socials, or just general discussion.
Perfect. I don't actually know what the link is to that, so if you head on over to my Twitch channel and head down to the Discord tab, then you can you can link over to that and that'll get you set up on that.
What is the username?
Yeah.
That is twitch.tv/thebrigsy. But if you also want to use that to maybe get yourself some sweet, sick discount
Fucking
from a
segue.
wonderful company called Game Tea. who make luxury handcrafted items for geeks and gamers worldwide. That's right, they ship worldwide. So when you're at checkout and you fancy picking up some dice, maybe a new t-shirt, I'm actually representing one of theirs now. It's my pump cover, it's great, love it, super comfortable. Or maybe even some candles to freshen up the room, you know.
Or set the mood.
Or set, ooh.
If you're rolling for seduction.
Are you a bard? So yeah, if any of those apply to you, then you can use the discount code DBRIGSY, that's THEBRIGGSY, to get 5% off of your entire order. Not only does that help support myself and the podcast, but you also get discount off of some luxury items, and you also support a company that supports the LGBTQIA+ community. It's a win-win-win. Head on over. They are currently doing a 3 for 2 on gaming accessories, so there's no better time to do it.
Cheers! You guys are on fire. I love it.
It's the heat.
It's the
It's the smell.
It's the smell.
We're actually all just sat here aflame.
It's just fine.
Sacred flaming, baby.
It has flame in the word, so you would expect it to set things on fire, wouldn't you?
Sacred flame.
Yeah.
Trash.
Big bunch of bullshit.
Just sacred flame a whole inn, why don't you? Throwback!
I mean, if anybody has played Baldur's Gate 3, they know that Sacred Flame is like the worst cantrip ever. That never works.
Trash. Absolute trash.
It's trash.
You're trash, bro.
You're trash, bro.
Now, if listening to us prat about with our characters isn't your cup of tea with podcasts, and you want to dive into some more D&D related content, but maybe not an actual play, don't know what you got for us, baby.
You can head over to thinkingcritically.co.uk, or your podcast platform of choice, except Dad's Pod. Mine's exclusively on Mum's Pod.
Whoa, whoa, spicy.
That's good.
He stickled himself.
There's a lot of silly energy.
It's silly today.
Where you can find my show called Thinking Critically, a D&D discussion. It's the one with the pink logo, where we talk about all things in D&D and the wider ttrpg framework with a different guest each week. By the time you're listening to this, my episode on experimenting will be out, which talks about trying different games and different systems and how that impacts how you might play your own systems and whatnot. So I would give it a listen. For old players and new alike.
It's great. I've listened to it multiple times.
It's some hot stuff. Very sexy. Very toit.
Speaking of new games, when we playing Aliens?
My other friend has got the rulebook at the moment because he's reading it to run it, hopefully.
Sort that.
Soon.
Whip them into shape.
Right, well. Thanks everyone. We got through it. We're there. We made it. Well, we're going to start tonight's episode, as we start every episode, with a recap of the events of what happened last. So, in the last session, an exciting night was had by all at the White Knight Inn in the town of Traveller's Rest. Our heroes had taken to sleep, but only for a few hours, as they were awoken by Commander Lovenor reporting that there was clicking noises and movement across the town. As you woke, long rests hadn't happened, and Nala took to the roof, and her keen eye was blocked by her falling from the roof to the floor of the streets below. And as you kicked down doors and closed doors behind you, the assailants set their plans against you. By candlelight you prepared, but the candlelight was extinguished. 3 assassins moved into the darkened space, and through their incredible stealth and your incapable perception, they snuck up on you all. Dealing damage across the board, Finn bore the brunt of their actions as was downed, and as Arcaximus had planned to bail and run with the scorched earth mantra that he carries, the town inn was set ablaze, but not before bringing Finn to his feet. As oil was thrown by Lucian and a remarkable but unbelievable piece of candle play was had by Arcaximus, the inn burst into flames further.
My one and only natural 20.
Yeah, and what a natural 20 it was. With Lovenor dispatching one of the assassins and astral penis being had by all, the tide began to turn against you, and you decided to leave the inn and Traveller's Rest behind you. Arcaximus used his javelin to block the door of the inn, stopping our assassins from pursuing you. Lucian took some shots of the assassins and dealt some damage, threw himself out the window, landing on an intellect devourer. And you all skirt in the wagon out of Traveller's Rest, manned by Finn, on your way to Goldenpass. On the road, you saw the topography change, the mountain ranges that had marked your skyline to your east dipping to the horizon, the borders of forest meeting the horizon to the west, as you headed onto Goldenpass. And as you camped on the roadside and rest found you all, that is where we will pick up tonight's game.
So that inn was called Traveller's Rest, and it's ironic because we didn't get any rest there. So
not one bit.
I'm glad we were.
Puns are coming together! So yeah, you are on the road to Goldenpass. You're about a day, or half a day's travel from the city. You are just off of the road. It's like a raised track that the road's on. You guys made camp just off of it. And it is early morning. A beautiful dawn greets you. Blue skies, not a cloud to be seen. Sun rising from the west, creating shadows and streaking across the landscape. What are you doing?
Light a cigarette.
Would,
First one of the day.
When in doubt.
would I expect any less?
Little shot of espresso. Probably had like one streak of bacon for breakfast.
As you wake, your party is missing one of them. There is no Nala to be seen. It is just you three, your cart, your horses, and Labanor.
Probably won't see any tracks, will we either, I imagine. Being a stealthy
Ranger.
Yeah.
You can certainly look, but
How strange. That's the cigarette. For anyone that's staying with us until we get to Goldenpass, has anyone been before?
I think you discussed this last session.
Oh yeah.
I think you might have been there before. I think Finn had been to Goldenpass before.
Remind me,
Yeah, I
'cause
think it would
I-
have come through from the
Rich, mercantile, trading, right?
A lot of money.
No open crime, but all the crime is like capitalism.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Well, maybe when we're there, I need to have a quick look around. Anyway, what are you up to? You ever been to Krispy Kreme?
I will. The first thing I do when I get up is put my armour on. Because you always have to be prepared. So that'll be my first 10 minutes. Will be here putting on full plate.
Do you need help with that?
Yes, actually.
I'm pretty good at.
Apply this codpiece.
You know, I'm pretty good with the belt tightening and such. So, hanging out around. It's kind of
Yeah.
shirt and stripe.
I stand there like Henry VIII or something.
Yeah. Pats you down. It looks good, but is all this necessary? You seem quite strong.
It's absolutely necessary.
Oh, okay.
How could you even suggest such a thing?
Check my compass. Yeah, we got time. Indulge me. Why is it so necessary?
You've been fighting with us. The things that, like, I show where there's like a mark from a crossbow bolt that's like clanged in the armour.
But I just wear a cloth t-shirt.
Your means of defence are your own to choose. If you choose to forego the bulwark of plate mail, then that is for you.
These are a lot of big words, but I pick up what you're putting down.
Also, hello.
Jesus Christ.
A lot.
This guy.
Also, like a lot of correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of paladins tend to wear like bigger, bulkier armor. That's just kind of their thing, you know.
Oh, so it's like fashion look, you know. Like I have the bread and hair. This was common among my people.
You've got bread in your hair.
I got bread in my hair.
Aye, that's what I heard as well. Bread in his hair.
Bread, and I showed the braid.
Oh, bread.
Bread in hair.
Right,
Oh,
okay.
Okay, sorry. I was going to say, because you want to get that out, because seagulls, they'll come and get you.
Why the seagull?
Well, if you have bread in your hair,
Oh,
And
Leave
like
crumbs in.
attacking you or something like that.
you know, there's no bread. Unless there is bread here, then I take it with the bacon.
Do
you want some bread?
When I was growing up,
I've got a
we used
loaf.
Get a loaf for this guy.
And this is what you tuned in for, ladies and gentlemen. We got him.
We've been baking these jokes, haven't we?
Oh yeah.
They're just on the rise.
Nice.
Oh,
I should be trying to drink right now.
goddamn.
Ah, yeast. Well, you know, this talk is making me hungry, so maybe I just finish breakfast and... sorry, I'm inquisitive nature. I'm only young, you know.
Hey, do you want to try and get some food for the camp? We'll try and make some.
I'm not
breakfast.
hunter, but...
You
Well,
fucking.
actually, no, actually, on second thought, I probably could
I'll
do
help
a
you.
walk.
I'll help you. Go on. Let's go and get some food for these boys.
Okay, let's have a look. See what we get. Would you like cigarette? I've only got a few left, but we're going
me?
to town. Yeah.
Yeah, alright.
Okay. Let me light the food.
What was I just doing there?
It looked like you practice. Maybe
Just
get the taste. You like that?
Too much tongue.
As you walk away into the woods. That's what's happening. Idiots.
Yeah, go on,
Savages.
just give us a survival check. With
11
advantage.
with advantage.
Yeah, because Lavanore's going to help you.
Not much better. 14.
14. With that 14, you find some game, some rabbits and whatnot, and you just thunk thunk.
Yeah, okay. I was about to say, I wasn't sure if I had a normal dagger to get him.
To take the soul
Yeah, or if
out.
I've just got the Hellfire dagger. Yeah, I'll use my bow.
Yeah.
Much better.
And you also see some tracks leading from your camp, leading into the distance towards the horizon, toward Morkwood.
Can I tell what kind of tracks they are? Like
Humanoid.
What do you think of this? Should we pursue?
Well, it would explain where one of your party might have gone, but other than that, they're leading away from the camp, so it's not. Has to be, right?
Yeah. I mean, rather selfishly, I want to go to Goldenpass. I have unfinished business there, so I'm happy to not pursue or divert us.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not gonna let any of you not go to Goldenpass. My plan still exists. You're coming with me to Zragate, so I'm glad you agree without agreeing.
Just out of curiosity, what would you do if one of us tried to escape?
Well, he's got a point. I mean, it is 3 against 1. Like, I mean, I'm a big fan of you. I think we've got a real vibe going on. But just...
I mean, if you want to be enemies of the state, then yeah, of course, you can try and run away, but I don't think you want that. Personally, I don't want that for you either.
Me, absolutely not.
Sounds
I think
like a
he's
lot of
probably
people.
like...
Yeah,
Lucy's
you're a bit edgy, aren't you? You'd probably be all up for it.
Well, you know, I don't mind.
Cloak and dagger, all that kind of stuff.
Oh, I'd never wear a cloak.
They're out of fashion, yeah.
You want people to see your bread, yeah.
It's a good bread, no?
Come on, more bakery puns. Come on, guys, please.
He's certainly not upper crust, you can tell.
It's a stretch. We'll take it. It's an old code, but it checks out.
All this walking really makes me want a whole meal.
Shut up!
Oh, good God. So yeah, that's what happened if you tried to run away. Anyway, should we go and cook some food?
Aye.
Aye.
Has anyone yourself? I know I asked if anyone has been to Goldenpass before, but has anyone been relatively recently?
Well, yeah, I teleported there when I heard about the attack and then came down. So yeah, I was there the other day.
Has the place gone through many changes in years gone by, or still a relatively not shady place, but you know it's you know there's fun to be had, but it's all very centralized and not much goes on without the upper tier knowing. At least that's how I remember it.
Well, from what I know, and I'm not from there, but I always use it as a point of getting around. Yeah, the city there's plenty of money, plenty of gold, plenty of trade. Goldenpass keeps not the peace, but because of its position, it allows for trade across the continent, so it's respected and it's given its independence to do what it wants. But yeah, there is no crime, no law bending and things that go on under the table. Yeah, plenty of that in the right places, but outright, you know, crime in front of everyone's faces, robbery, theft. No, you know, they have their military of their own. They have their own police force that keeps things calm. Their own town guard. So yeah, no.
Interesting.
So how far away is it from here?
It's about half a day's travel now.
That's not too bad. We're almost there, and then we can tell them about the brain dogs, and then you'll give us the all clear, and then they'll give us the all clear, and then we can go and just be a venturing party together.
What's that? What'd you say?
I had a little loaf stuck in my throat.
And crumbs.
I feel.
I nearly died.
I feel maybe my place is at Goldenpass, depending on how much I enjoy staying there.
You're not staying. We're going to Zagate, straight from Goldenpass.
Maybe we hang around for a while.
No, that's not the plan.
We'll see when we get there. We might change our mind.
Roll a persuasion check with disadvantage if you want.
Natural one.
No, we're not staying there. My loyalty's to Zagate. We're going there to tell them what's happened. We're not even telling Goldenpass.
I look I can just give him a wink.
I do not reciprocate.
Right, we all eaten yet?
What did you get? What did you get for us?
Some game.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. No bread. No bread
No
in the
bread.
forest. Yeah.
He hasn't baked a loaf.
Off the trees.
They're in the trees.
The famous bread trees.
Yeah. Fantasy
Office
world.
region, yeah.
It's actually law, yeah. I was yet to share that with you. It's in there, yeah. It's in there, yeah. It's in there.
So we're ignoring the tracks, and we're going straight to Goldenpass. Team, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Person I travel with.
You keep thinking there's a decision here. I'm telling you we're ignoring it.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page, because, you know, he seems very keen to just stay in Goldenpass. I just want to grab a candy apple as we're going through, you know. Probably got time for that.
It was really nice tavern I used to go to in the South Quarter. Maybe we could just go there just to, you know, get some lunch if it takes half a day.
Well, to be fair to you, actually, we were going to head to one of the inns that I've frequented quite a lot, the Dancing Dragon. It is in the Southern Quarters, so that is weirdly on task for once for you.
Maybe we should just go. Long day ahead.
I'm ready to go. I don't know about you lot.
Let's make haste. Let's tarry.
Go!
Danger awaits if we stay in one place too long.
So, you're all happy to head off. You jump back in your car.
How many brain dogs have we killed? Sorry. I can't remember.
2?
Maybe 4 in total.
Yeah.
1 at the inn. that
Yeah.
you just left, and then at the Summer's Close Festival,
I think that was 3.
3. So
Yeah.
4.
I want to put on my armour like a little candle for each brain dog we've killed. So I want to start to like build up my regalia.
Nice.
You know, where it's like waxed and it's like dripping down the side of the pauldrons.
That's just
As a kill count of the
Right. Got it.
So
it's going to
That's
get
what
real hectic.
Yeah.
he don't know.
Burning your
Fire
ears.
hazard.
Yeah.
Ouch! Fuck!
It matches the scorched earth motif as well.
Yeah,
So
true. Yeah.
they're not lit all the time, obviously. They're ready to be lit.
Yeah.
So they're not the big church candles we used at the end.
The little tea candle.
Yeah.
No, they're used for like grenades. As you're
Yeah.
well
Yeah.
The most OP weapon.
No, these are little jobbies. That's what I spent the morning doing.
That shit's a blue item. Big candle. Cool. All right then. So as you ready yourself, you have your breakfast, you've had a long rest, you're fully reset, you hit the road. Who is piloting? Wow, he's a pilot. Wow. No, who is leading the cart?
I'll do it.
Could I get you to roll a animal handling check for me?
I thought it was survival for some reason.
Nope.
13.
13. That's absolutely fine. The road, it's the road from Weissel that you've been taking, then Traveller's Rest to Goldenpass is a well-trod one. So with the 13, yeah, you follow the road, no major issues. Horses are fine. They've also been fed. Probably not off the game that you had. That'd be weird, cannibalism or something. But they're quite happy.
I've got a sugar cube in my pocket.
Of course you do.
For all the
Do you get-
coffees.
Yeah.
Do you give the horses cigarettes?
Yeah.
No, because that'll make them go slow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I just offer it.
Hey. And yeah, you're on the road for at least a few hours. Is anyone doing anything during that time as you head to Goldenpass?
I'm just getting to know Arky.
Oh, go on. I'll let you RP that. Please RP it.
So I was just a little bit curious. So you're part of like an order called the Predator Veterinari.
The Prodigium Venardi, and please don't take its name in vain.
Oh, it's a him.
Its name in vain.
Oh, it's an it.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Been doing that for long?
Yes.
Is it like you get inducted when you're a kid sort of thing, or you're like, I'm gonna be a prodigy?
George, can you remember what we decided? Was it? I think it was just my race, wasn't it? I think we decided on the end.
The Prodigium Venardi.
Yeah. Or was it a
Yes,
mix?
yeah. It was like a
Rites of passage, right?
group of gifts.
Yeah. So,
Sorry, I'm being that player.
um,
Me law.
I've been part of it for several decades now, but my kin have been operating it for centuries, protecting all mortal plane creatures from threats.
Oh, okay. So you're like really good guys. You're like big, grand scale good guys.
Good or evil have no bearing on these threats. They are undescribable, unknowable.
Well, I mean, so if something big and weird was to appear on our plane, you would kill it regardless of, like, if it was just stopping by to get a loaf of bread. Because they don't have it in their plane.
Most likely, yes.
Okay. I'm getting a picture here. That's cool. Oh, that's interesting. And what you... I mean, this is quite a personal question, but I feel like we've almost died a couple of times with each other, so normally that makes you best friends with someone. So
I have
mean,
indeed saved your life.
exactly. So we're practically brothers at this point.
Don't make me regret saving your life.
So, like, are you just human, or are you like a thing?
Oh no, you can see like my helmet is a bit open, and my eyes and skin are like green and yellow eyes, green skin.
Oh.
And when I was not wearing my plate, when you got close to strap me up,
so strap in or strap on?
You would have seen like, gap lengths of between the joints would be slightly off of what a human would be, slightly longer, I would say. Shredded, obviously.
Got to be. If you're wearing that armour.
Yeah. DM, is that normal?
Roll a history check.
That's a natural one.
It's not normal, no. But what is normal? There you go.
That was very close-minded of me. I apologise. Okay. Cool. So, like, is it just you then? Did you have like a group? Did you go out squads?
We operate both as individuals and teams, depending on the threat and its level. It's how critical it is.
Oh.
My last one was
quite a role.
An individual mission.
Okay. Anything you want to know about me? I feel like you've been quite an open book, really. For someone that's like suspicious of everybody, you just kind of told me a lot about your backstory, your history.
I have nothing to hide.
It's a good point. It's a good point. No, yeah, that's fair. I suppose that's a good point. And, we're all basically, like really good friends, adventuring party, doing, what's right.
Our arrangement is one of convenience for the time being.
You say that now.
What are you implying?
That I feel, and from what I've read, typically the more adventures that you go on with someone, the deeper the bond goes.
Balls deep.
Who said that?
Goddamn meta.
Commander!
While it is true the pair of you have proved yourselves in the darkest moments, it takes more to win over the will of the Watcher.
And I look forward to winning that over. Cool. Well, I mean, I'm glad that we've had this little tete-a-tete.
I'm suspicious of you for
Why?
things that have,
What have I done?
transpired since we've met, and
Like
as
what?
such, it is making this arrangement troubling for me.
Well, I'm an open book.
Who are you talking to?
When? Oh, you mean my sword?
Yes.
Oh, well, you don't talk to your stuff?
No.
Well, you talk
I'm
to your
of
god.
sound mind.
Oh, but you talk to, your deity? I don't think it's that different.
I am in the car looking to Lucian for some like.
He's
Riding the horse?
Well, I'm sure it's like open.
Yeah, I'll tap you.
Yeah, you're all within earshot.
Oh, okay.
Would you talk to your weapons?
No.
Case in point.
The weapon I use, dagger I use, rips the soul from a man's body, and that's too many souls to talk to. I don't want to talk to that many people.
That's more troubling than me talking to a sword.
I'm gonna have to agree with the child. The dagger is more worrying.
Not a child, I'm just young.
You look like a child.
That's fair.
He has proven himself.
Aye.
Yeah,
Children can stab you.
They've done that before, they're mean.
But the ends justify the means. If the soul is to be expelled from the body, then so be it.
Yeah, I never stab anyone who
You seem to have trailed off there a bit.
Sorry, something in road distract.
Keep your attention on the road ahead.
Yes, yeah, good advice.
Look, All I'm saying is that you talk to your lord and he gives you powers, I would assume. That's how it normally works. And I talk to my sword and he gives me powers. It's like the same thing. It's almost like we're cut from the same cloth.
Let me speak to your sword.
I don't know if
You can speak to my glaive.
But have you got? Is your?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, now I feel dumb. Okay. Well, and I'll make Levistus appear in my hand. The familiar, like brimstone-esque covered sword.
Completely at odds with like your demeanour.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's unlike the most. I was about to say weebish. I just mean.
You've just insulted most of our audience. Me.
Just very meek and mild, floppy ginger-haired kid, and then like a very metal-looking sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice juxtaposition.
I mean, the Vistas, they want to talk to you. I don't know. I mean, you've always spoken to me, but I don't know if you can actually speak to others.
No, I can't.
Ah, okay.
It's going to be awkward for you.
Ah, it's fine. It's fine. They're both weird anyway.
Maybe you could do like a voice or something they'd think was. If you know. But I just can't speak to them.
I am Levistus the sword.
Roll a deception check against your insight. If you want to do an insight check, I guess.
Sorry, I just had a little cough. That is a 22.
Woo! Somehow you're going to buy this.
Nat 20.
Cocked.
That is cocked.
14.
Somehow.
He's talking to you. I didn't think he could do this. We're all learning today.
Fine. What do you want with the boy?
He's my friend. Oh, thanks, Levistus.
I'm going to let that carry. That's going to carry you for this next bit of dialogue.
See? You know, it's not everything is all doom and gloom. Sometimes, like, look, I fell into a hole. He happened to be in the way, and he was just like, "Hey, do you want me to like make you not dead?" And I was like, "Yeah, I've got stuff I want to do."
Have you ever considered the price of that bargain?
Well, I mean, it was more of like a verbal, like, exchange. But look, I mean, all he wants is some help with some of his business, and you know, you get all of your powers from your deity for like with your servitude. So it's really not that dissimilar.
On this, we would disagree.
Oh, okay. But I feel like we're making progress here. We're talking. There's, you know, we're having conversations. We're getting to know each other. Thanks, Levistus. I think they're liking you. They're warming up to you.
I'd hope so. Yeah. I mean, it's going well so far for you.
Yeah, better than the others. Right, and I'll just make it disappear.
What was it like talking with sword?
My suspicions remain intact, as you would guess, you might imagine.
Personally, Finn, I wouldn't take that. He don't believe your sword talk though. I just kid. It's how we kid.
Look,
I don't want to cause rift.
it's no, it's fine. We're all very much best friends. He's just, you know, a little bit skeptical, but I feel like that is just because of his upbringing, nurture versus nature, and it's probably the same way that you're just a little bit closed off as well because of your seedy past.
Yeah, that would be correct.
And you disguise that with this facade of a lone wolf smoking man with a vaguish...
I've seen your face before, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think I changed my face to yours, and I'm just like, how's this for disguise?
See, that's troubling. But you've shown us, and it's open conversation here. I feel like this is... I might have to write this in my journal.
Please redact my name from your journal.
By no affiliation.
And is that common in this world?
Well, you're aware of like magics and things that would do that.
Ah, okay.
I would say it's not like a
Cool.
It's uncommon, I guess, but
yeah. It's not. You didn't see it every day, and if you did see it every day, you wouldn't necessarily know if you had because it's convincing. But
But can I discern that that's magic or just him being what Nathan knows as a changeling, but not necessarily?
roll perception.
Excuse me. Oh, these are great. It's not terrible. 13.
You don't see any, and it was your changeling feat that did that, right?
yeah.
So you don't see any incantation being done, or any kind of hand movement, or verbal semantics, or anything like that. So yeah, you assume it's part of their heritage.
Oh, okay. Yeah. See, Arcaximus, Lucian. We are just. I feel like we could go far.
If you continue to fight alongside me against these forces that have found their way onto this plane, then there should theoretically be no reason why the relationship is terminated early.
Did you hear that, Lucian? He used the word relationship.
Yes.
In the same way one has a relationship with their food, or candles,
Or sword in this
or
case.
sword, or weapons.
There you go. RP over.
RP. Scene. So as you carry on the road northeast towards Goldenpass, you move from this kind of single dirt track road, which is surrounded by just open vast plains, deep forests to your west, mountain ranges to your east. You begin to take a slight incline up a series of hills that take you through farmland. Various windmills and fields of wheat and other goods that would be farmed and managed pass you by.
Is there any women, like old women, running through fields of wheat?
With a particularly blue coloured dress on and a short grey bob. Roll a perception check.
I think there were like 10 of them just dancing out in the fields.
It's a 12.
You don't see Theresa May making her way through fields of wheat, no.
Oh, sorry.
And there is a significant lack of people, even with that roll, but you pass through farmland along this road until you meet a fork in said road, with a road joining from the direct west to your northeasterly meeting point, which then heads to the east. And with this road now heading towards the east, you look to the horizon as you carry on up this hill, and down from your perspective, you're slightly higher above sea level at this point. You look down and you see the two mountain ranges dipping down and meeting each other. In the middle of where these two mountain ranges meet, you see a city. So you've got one mountain coming down directly from the north with a gap, and another mountain meeting towards the south.
I think it would Ark know that the road to the west leads to Trespol.
Yes. Yeah.
I feel like I think I'd know that as well, to be honest.
And is there much traffic? You said there wasn't much traffic at the moment. There's not.
No. Not from where you are. And there's the farmlands seem relatively abandoned as well. Or at least you don't see anyone manning them or farming them.
And thus far, that's been pretty consistent on our way up.
Yeah.
Is Trespol the sorry, I always forget his name. Love. I'm gonna write it down. The guy that's with us. Love.
Lovenor.
No,
Lovenor.
he's from Zragate.
Yeah, are they the two that people think are fighting now?
As far as he's aware and as far as he's shared with you, pretty much all the major factions on the continent are uneasy after the events of Summer's Close.
Presumably he won't want to go to Trustpool then if his alliance is with Zragate.
No, he is a member of the Zragatian military, so yeah, he has no reason to go to Trustpool.
Cool, thank you.
That's all right. So as you look down towards this city, you continue on. Is anybody else manning the cart at this point, or are you carrying on the journey?
I can take over unless you want to continue.
No, I'll take rest. I need smoke break.
Probably need to roll some. Do you roll or do you have straights?
Yeah, I like to roll, but if I'm feeling fancy, I buy straights. But it's too expensive these days. It's too expensive in modern times.
This economy.
Yeah.
The cost of living has increased dramatically.
That's very true, yeah. Okay, I'll take
Gonna get an animal handling check.
Sure. Nat 20, baby! Not Nat 20, but 21.
Fine. Yeah. You pick up some pace. The horses seem pretty happy. And yeah, you carry on along this road, which from your vantage point looking down to this city in the horizon, you start to dip into this kind of area.
And little scratch. Good Caleb and John.
Good boy. Good boy.
Oh, you're a good boy.
And as you carry along this road, sun begins to set behind you. We start to go into the later hours of the day, and you come across from where you are the city of Goldenpass. And looking at it from where you are, from your perspective, as the sun sets, golden hour descends, the outer walls, all of the kind of major areas are illuminated with a golden glow.
Is there people on the wall?
You see these walls, they are 50 feet tall outer walls that streak into the sky.
Wooden, like palisades?
Stone.
Okay.
Stone walls. With inner wards and districts that from your vantage point as you begin to dip down, obviously you see those and then you just eventually see the walls bordering the horizon. With temples that rise above said outer walls and begin to form a skyline in part. And to the southwest of the city, a heavily fortified keep that rises above all else in the city and into the sky and can be seen for, well, as far as you've been able to see the city. And yeah, and in the late summer, light catches the city at this golden hour, and it's got this bronze glow. And you can hear from the distance all this kind of ringing of bells, clanging of kind of various industries and workshops.
Oh, that's promising.
Shouts from traders as they try to shift their wares before the end of the day. And just by looking at the city and where it is between these two mountains, it kind of forms this blockade in this pass. You can kind of get an idea of why it has such an importance within this continent. Anyone that wants to make contact or sell wares between east and west will have to pass through here. You also see a river coming across and through the city as well. And it kind of gives you an idea as to why it is such a gatekeeper and a kind of neutral spot on the continent.
Like Switzerland.
Literally in my notes I've said like Switzerland. Yeah, that's there. It's written down.
Oh, really?
Hey,
Yeah.
DMs think alike.
There we go. But yeah, to go around Golden Pass would be much more costly. To go via seafaring routes or airships, it would be very expensive. So you can see why this particular city has its prowess. But you're taking in other sights of the city from this distance and seeing it in this beautiful golden hour are somewhat broken by a long caravan of people. Various peoples, some on horse, some with carts, most of them on foot, queuing to gain access to the city. As you look amongst the crowd, you see a mixture of people, but lots of people in very formal attire, but with dirt, very dishevelled, unwashed, but still looking quite formal.
I've been travelling a few days.
Yep, trying to gain access to the city.
Will we be able to discern if they are like people from where we've just come from?
Right, if you want to roll your perception checks,
We'll do one, yeah?
if you like.
Why'd you keep asking me for perception? That's not bad again. Maybe my luck's changing. That's a 18.
19.
19.
10.
Cool. For you guys, yeah, it's relatively clear that most of these would have probably been at the Summer's Close Festival. The amount of dirt collected on them. Yeah, they're dirty.
They've got like their wristbands on.
Yeah, they've got their AAA passes on their lanyards. Yeah, none of the big names, but definitely some of the people.
No beholder.
No beholder with a loot or anything like
goodness.
that. No. But yeah, for yourself, just a group of people trying to get into a city.
Alicia doesn't care. It doesn't care.
It doesn't
He
care.
just doesn't care.
Just does not care.
It bores him how little he cares about the situation.
Just let everyone know. I don't care about any of this.
And
Seething.
again, for you guys with the higher rolls, you can see that this queue of people trying to get in city stretches for about a mile.
What?
Fuck.
There's a
Are we
lot of
riding
people
past
there.
them? Really?
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna.
We could have joined the queue.
Yeah.
No, Lovenor, do you want to maybe queue jump us?
Aye, yeah, fucking go around this.
You got a siren?
No siren, but no, you should be fine if you just go around them. They won't kick up a fuss.
Sorry, excuse me. Cart coming through.
And none of them pay attention to you. They're just all so knackered and tired and just looking at the floor and just moving forward, shuffling in.
Toss someone some bread.
Oh.
Just dings off one of their heads. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Starts like a fight.
Yeah.
Starts like a brawl. to
Yeah.
get food.
Yeah, a mass fight breaks out behind you.
That was a very nice thing you just did.
Oh, that's alright. I just apparently all of a sudden have lots of bread in my bag, so. I don't know.
Meta bread. So as you pass the outside of the queue and carry on along the road, you start to see on the side of the road some people are starting to set up stalls. Some entrepreneurial sorts from the city have begun to kind of sell their wares and offer food. We'll carry those perception rolls over. For those of you with the high perception rolls, you start to see some sorts that are having hushed conversations with some of the people in the queue, and you hear, yeah, if you want access, I can get you into the city, easy peasy, just, 10 gold for each of you and we'll take you straight through.
Would that particular individual appear to be telling the truth?
Roll an insight check.
7.
Yeah, sure.
Finn doesn't question it.
He's taking quite a high price for it, so you assume for a high price you're going to get a good product, which will be access to the city and no questions asked.
Lucian sees that as well, but does like a little, just typical
Scoffs at it.
scum everywhere.
I keep my eye out for anyone that looks like they're from Trustpool.
Okay.
Not just now, but through the whole
Okay. Yeah.
time we're here.
Noted.
And anyone that I might know.
Yeah, that's cool. You've got a 19, did you say, on your roll? Okay. You see some, along the queue, you see some people in the colours of Trespol,
Okay.
which are, oh goodness.
Pull out your notes.
I did give all the worlds and cities and places various colours. Kind of like a very kind of ocean blue and orange are the colours of the Trespol flag, and you see some people who are kind of adorned with that colouring on their outfits, whether it's military, some military folks in this queue, but also some dignitaries perhaps, but no one of note, no names or faces that spring out that make you go, oh, I know who that is.
None of the 7.
So they're from Zragate, specifically the 7. They're not from Trespol. Side note.
But there was like some
dignitaries from Trespol. Yes, there were.
Yeah, there were like at the event where we started. There was like some of the 7 there, but they're not in this. I would assume
No. So yeah, none of the members of the Council of the 7 from Zragate are in this queue.
Cool.
And you don't see any of the minor politicians that were at the Summer's Close Festival who are from Trespol.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Just the common folk and the more well-to-do.
Fine, thank you.
That's okay. So you continue passing through, and yeah, you follow this queue for about a mile or so until you get to
Good lord.
the base of one of the main gates entering into Goldenpass. And above it you see 2 ballistas trained directly on the crowd, and at the front of this queue, the gate, you do see a few scuffles breaking out and people trying to push in, but for the most part peace is being maintained by members of the guards that are at the front of this. And Lovenor kind of rolls up, or you all roll up at the front of the gate, and some guards come over. What is your business? Where have you come from? Who are you?
Oh no, talk to this guy.
I cast Zone of Truth on us, and I choose to fail it myself, and people can roll if they wish to.
What?
What is that?
Zone of Truth.
Doesn't matter if I fail.
Okay.
What's the
Charisma save 14 to beat.
yeah fail?
Oh. And Lovenor, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
the whole cart. If
That's 2, so...
wow. Now it fails. Trying to interrogate people. Fine.
But you know that people have failed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when I used it on you before, you passed. So
Yeah.
I'm annoyed now that all I'm doing it is to be like, I've just cast.
Look how truthful.
Yeah, I do. So I do a big song and dance of it to be like, I'm casting Zone of Truth on us, so you know we're telling the truth, and then we can answer the questions. I have to answer the questions, but.
Well, it's unusual, but okay. Yes, go for it. My question still stands. Where have you come from? Who are you?
We've come from Weissel, and we saw brain dogs and
Illithids.
Okay, yes.
We know everything about what happened, and Lovenor, our close companion,
I don't think of you that highly.
is escorting us to tell.
That's because it's true.
Is escorting us to tell the Council of 7 because we're big time heroes.
I guess he thinks it's true in his head.
Yeah. I came from Zragate. I'm a member of the military. I was made to escort. Why am I telling you everything? I was made to escort some of the members of the 7, and then they all got away somehow. And now I found these lot, and they told me about brain dogs.
Very succinct.
Yes. Needless to say, that we understand there's some political unrest, which is not the case. There was a maleficent third party that has caused these issues, and it is our duty now to deliver this message.
There's a lot. Why am I?
Yeah, we still
Like
under
10 minutes, bro.
10 minutes.
Oh, good lord.
Goodness.
speak when spoken to.
What about you?
Oh.
What? Sorry. What about you?
My name is Lucian of the Myriad. Oh, damn it.
No, you mean the?
You don't
Do
have
you mean the criminal element, the Myriad?
Yeah, I think you can choose not
You don't
to
have
just
to.
not to say.
You can just say nothing.
It's canon now.
Yeah.
You just weren't expecting it.
Yeah.
To be totally honest, their operations are very minimal here. Actually non-existent, so carry on.
It's a bit
Means
harsh.
they're doing something right. Oh my god.
What did you say?
Just stop talking. Nation.
I filled my mouth with cigarette.
Right.
We've been travelling for many days and we're all tired.
And some of us aren't eating enough due to stress and they're just smoking instead. Walk to the back of the car.
You just hear the sound of another cigarette being lit.
Everything they're saying is true. We've been under attack from brain dogs,
Illithids.
Illithids. Yeah, my job's to take these back to Zragate and get them to testify.
We require use of your teleportation portal.
Aye, yeah.
Please.
Yeah, we were meant to go and see one of the, one of the members of the Silent Order and use their circle to get out of there. But I don't know whether they're going to let us just use it easy peasy, but I used it to get here, so yeah. The reason we've come here is to use the teleportation circle at the Monastery of the Silent Order, which I used to get in the first place.
Please let us in.
Well, as you can see, we've got a lot of people waiting, and we're not letting everybody in, if I'm being totally honest. This is going to get very nasty before nightfall, but
Okay. I know this this game. How much?
Come again?
How much are we gonna have to, slide on over to help process things quicker?
You do realise that members of the Golden Troop are one of the best paid militias in all of Zememir. I highly doubt you have any funds I could take to...
I pull up 1 gold coin.
This is a bit embarrassing for you.
Pull out a
Look.
2nd gold coin.
If you carry on, I will have to arrest you for trying to, bribe me. But it's admirable, and based on what you're saying, and this gentleman's... What are you? I'm a commander. Okay. Credentials. Could you all roll perception checks for me? Oh, perception? Persuasion.
Oh.
My apologies.
He knows we're being truthful, don't forget.
And that.
16.
15.
21.
Wow.
Based on your stories at least being succinct and matching, and Commander's credentials, you'll have a hard time persuading the Silent Order to just let anyone in the room, but sure. Come on through. We'll send 2 of ours with you, though, to escort you through the city.
When
Seeing
you
as-
say persuade them, would that be more than 2 gold coins?
Yes.
Good to know. Make a note of that. Thank you.
So we'll escort you through the city to wherever you plan to rest. Do you have a plan of where? Yes, I'm gonna take them to the Dancing Dragon. I've got quite a familiarity with Krakus, who runs it. Then yes, you may pass through. And your car jolts forwards and heads in. Behind you, you hear people going, "Hey, what about us? Why are they getting to shortcut through?" But that's washed out very quickly.
I'll shout back, we're more important than you. We're more important than you.
Zone of truth.
Zone of truth.
yeah, fair.
That is correct.
And as you pass through the main gate, there's a large square, which is the kind of main hub of everything in Goldenpass, with various streets leading out into the distance. The first thing that you see as you come through is a lot of trade halls and a lot of places of trade happening. So men and women of various different races all shouting and bartering and asking for sells or shares on various kind of different items. Bitcoin, Pussy Coin, GameStop.
As we're going through, Lucian's like coyly looking out from behind the from the back of the what's it called? Cart.
Nice. And as well as all these various trading halls, lots of inns and stables that greet you. And straight away you, again, by looking, get the impression that this city is a well-financed city. There's no kind of areas of disrepair or anything where there's any sort of kind of falling down of buildings, or everything's very well kept. Lots of gardens, lots of nice, beautiful elements of a city in various wards.
Does it seem just busy because this is what the city's like, or does it seem like there is like a element of refugees coming in that's causing it to be quite chaotic?
No signs of that.
Okay.
With the backlog of people trying to get through, you imagine
It's
this.
not quite hit them yet.
No, it's
Right.
quite the drip feed of people coming into the city, other than your cart that's bypassed the entire thing.
As we're making our way to the tavern, could I perhaps keep an eye out for anywhere that might be selling like healing potions of any kind, just to make a mental note for later?
Yeah, okay. Gives us a perception check as you're passing the city streets. If you just use it, if you're just looking out, you're not doing anything else.
Nope. That's a 4.
There's lots going on. The smells of all the spices and exotic foods and different things being traded, and people shouting and selling and buying.
I'm focusing on John and Caleb, trying to settle them as we go through.
Yeah, it's very distracting for John and Caleb, the horses. It's very distracting for you.
Need blinders for you.
In game time, how long has it been since the Zone of Truth got cast?
If you're still passing through, I'd probably say at least 4 minutes, 5 minutes. It's still on.
Okay, everyone, I have confession.
You don't have to say anything.
It's something I needed to get off my chest before we got to Goldenpass, and Lucian is visibly shaking as he says this. Stuffing out his cigarette.
Oh.
Last time I was in Goldenpass, I died. And it was a long time ago, and it is confused to me why I'm here, if that makes sense. Anyway, let's carry on. Keep going forward. Boring story, anyway.
Lavender, stop the cart!
Wait, what? Who's manning the cart?
Me.
I'm not. Yeah, breaks your neck. Spec Op style. Wait, you want him to stop the cart? Yeah. What's going on?
When you say died like we did the fight at Traveller's Rest, or
Yes, no, so...
more permanently?
You know, I say my dagger removes soul. I killed someone on mission. It was my soul that got taken instead of theirs. And I died. And then I wake up.
I died.
And I wake up decades later, and
How long?
no, just
Say what?
What?
quite a while later.
Wait, what?
It's 65 years later, and
Wait,
now I find myself back here.
so you're not even from this century?
Anyway,
Technically, we're in 512. You know you're in year 512, right?
yeah, well, I found that out on first day. People thought I was crazy asking what year it was, but
I love that you're being truthful.
when the spell ends, I'm just gonna say a joke anyway.
3 minutes. 3 minutes less.
Okay. Do you know like why?
I was here for the Myriad, setting up a new settlement so we could expand Criminal Empire into Goldenpass.
Lovenor, close your ears.
Not my city, I don't care.
I believe the
More
person,
concerned he's dead. I'll come back.
Was dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe the person that hired me, Corinne, sent me out to do this, to sabotage me and have me killed, but I went through with it anyway because I'm young and I got ego. A few weeks in, I get into scuffle in an inn in the South Quarter with a Dragonborn. End up shiving them between the ribs, and then I died.
So you just died. You don't know how.
Well, it's how I imagine my victims to die.
Did you get shivered?
No.
2 minutes in Zone of Truth.
So you stabbed a man, Dragonborn specifically, and then you died.
That is correct.
In this city.
Yes.
So we should probably keep an eye out for a Dragonborn.
Yes, can you make yourself look different to how you looked when you died?
Well, I didn't look like this.
Thank goodness.
I don't mean to alarm you, but Krakus, the owner of this inn, is a Dragonborn.
The plot thickens.
But he's an old adventurer, and now he runs an inn. I don't think he's got any malicious intent. I've known him for years.
Did you make the mistake of being a level 2 adventurer trying to kill a level 20
ex-adventurer?
Yes. It'll get you like that.
Do you remember the name of your mark?
No. It all happened fast. They ask too many questions and we get into scuffle. Find out they're very skilled in hand-to-hand combat, which is not common for average citizen. At a few times that felt like they bested me. It definitely felt like a setup.
How many Dragonborn in this city, would you say, Lovenor?
It's quite a multicultural city. I mean, it's a rare race, but it's not unusual.
Chances are slim then that it will be the same mark, but
just don't look like what you looked like before, really.
How long ago?
65 years.
No, Krakus is only in his 50s, so...
Fine then.
Can't have been him, right? But then I just heard you just been brought back from the dead, so...
Yeah, all of like the being killed part, or how that happened, is probably less concerning than that you are alive.
And probably without soul, so there's that.
No, I still got a soul.
I think that's just you being nihilistic.
We'll call that time of Zone of Truth down.
Heard of our Lord and Saviour, the Watchers.
You can stop talking if you want. You could have already stopped talking, but
it was something I wanted to get off my chest, and my life has been filled with deception, and once dying and coming back, it kind of made me want to change. And
you found yourself to be with close friends, and you wanted to share. That means a lot.
I mean, you're the first people really to pick me up. I've just tried to find answers to a lot of questions.
Do you know how are you alive again?
I do not know.
Would you mind explaining how you came about? What happened when you come back alive again?
I woke up in a field that we pass, and that was it.
You feel a certain way?
I feel confused. But in terms, if you're speaking on a spiritual level, I feel the same. But who knows?
Thank you for your honesty.
It felt important to tell you.
Start the cart!
plonk down and just start rolling another cigarette.
Fucking share circle, innit?
Does this not call for a straight cigarette?
I don't have any on me. I was very stressed, so I went through them very quickly.
And as you carry on through the city of Goldenpass, trade halls turn into canals. There's a series of different harbours, all landlocked, but harbours that connect to the two rivers are there. Again, you can understand why this city has such an importance when it comes to trade and money flow. As you pass over the various bridges in the city to head towards the southern quarter, Lovenor speaks up. Right, when we get here to the Dancing Dragon, I'll get you lot all checked in, and don't worry, this one's on me. You're welcome. And then in the morning we'll head off and we'll try and make contact with the Silent Order and ask if we can use their transportation circle. Well, I'm going to tell them. It's not going to be asking, it's going to be telling from my part to take you to Zragate. But I know that Krakhaus is the owner, and he's a good host. He'll look after you for the night. I'm not going to be staying here.
No?
No.
What if you get attacked? We've been attacked multiple times.
I can look after myself. Thank you for worrying, though. It's very kind of you. You're a
Where
very
would
kind
you be?
soul.
I mean, it's because you're part of our adventuring party.
I'm not.
No.
No, I'm not. But
Okay,
it's
well,
nice that you
not
think of me like
yet.
that.
Where will you be staying?
Yes, where will you be staying? In case we need to make contact.
I frequent a particular house whilst I'm here.
Bravo!
We got it.
You're a perceptive one, aren't you? Yeah, there's a particular lady that I always visit when I come to town, so I won't be staying with you tonight.
Well, if those are your options, I don't blame you.
Yeah, I'd rather not stay the night with you lot, if I'm being totally honest.
Oh, you
We
better be
get it.
careful, because you might get a yeast infection.
No!
How long have you been baking that one up?
Oh, we've come full circle. The bread jokes are back.
Oh,
Aye. I've never really had much time for relationships, so yeah. But you enjoy yourself. Have a great night. There's plenty to do at Krakhaus's.
I'm sorry, I just need to double check. Are you saying crack house?
No, I'm saying Krakus.
Ah, okay, so I just wanted to be certain with that.
Would you like me to spell it for you?
If you could, please.
So his name is, I'm going to do it in my accent, Krakus.
Krakos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Krakus.
Sorry.
Krakos. Krakus. Whatever you want it.
I'm sorry.
Look, he's a nice guy. He'll look after you, and it's on me. Don't take the piss though. Don't run up a fucking tab, because you will pay for it, one way or another.
Oh, then sure, we live within our means. Which is to say your means.
Yeah. Let's call it generous, but not piss takey. All right.
Understood.
Thank you.
All right. And as you roll towards the southern quarter of Goldenpass, what was initially very well kept city streets, lots of gardens, lots of, beautiful stonework and masonry on all the buildings, does turn into somewhat a bit more decrepit, a bit older, a bit more kind of timber beam buildings, as you pull up to the Dancing Dragon Inn. Stables nearby, where you can leave your horse and cart. And you
just a little pat on the butt when we lock them up.
roll an animal handling check. You can do a natural one.
19.
Fuck you! Really wanted the horse to kick you. Goddamn! Yeah, the horse likes it. Weird.
You're a good
Not gonna-
boy.
Do you like it?
Who's a good boy?
Mr. Hans?
Not gonna yuck you. Yum.
Just a little,
Yeah. Encouragement.
Yeah.
The sportsman.
Sportsman.
Yeah.
Bye, John. Bye, Caleb.
Unprompted.
Yeah.
Did they fail the zone of truth as well?
They're like,
Then there's sweat and buckets.
Let me go in first. I feel like I
Well,
should see
why?
this better than myself.
And it's always quite interesting having the commander ask you questions and threaten you, because he is about half your height. Why are you going in first?
Oh, I thought you already left. I was tending to horses. Didn't see you down. I didn't see you there.
You have to say down there.
Slip this over there.
I think I'll go first.
I think that's sensible. So
Yeah.
I just
I think he kind of needs to anyway, because, you know, it's on him, so he would have to put his name down.
Yeah. Are you paying? No. No. Yeah, no.
I don't want to.
And he walks through. And as he opens the doors to the inn, you pass a few punters on the outside, one of them thrown up in the street. It's bustling. You have a very large main open area where the bar is all the way at the back left. And in front of you are a series of different stalls, chairs. There's a raised area for performances. Lots of raucous behaviour and shouting and yeah, just lots and lots of noise coming from inside this inn. Lots of merriment to be had. Tables of all sorts of different races and people enjoying their drinks. Some gambling going on, some games being played. Lots happening inside. And as you head through the main doors, you hear the commander shout over to the bar. Aye, crackers, I got 2 for you here. 2? 3, there's 3 of them. There was 4, but now there's 3. And behind the bar you see older looking Dragonborn in relatively well-to-do clothes for someone who owns an inn.
Do any of us recognise him, the Dragonborn? Just to be
I was
safe.
about to ask.
No. He doesn't look like the Dragonborn that you encountered all those years ago.
Yeah, making my way through, I'm just hanging out with him. Not realising, putting hands on tables and like steadying myself. I'm very nervous to be in there.
Yeah. This isn't the same inn that...
No,
But...
it's not. Yeah.
But still, I can understand.
The thought of seeing a Dragonborn is
A Dragonborn at an inn would still
Yeah.
fuck with your head, probably, yeah.
Steel yourself.
There
Another
it is.
chance, yeah?
Yes.
Another chance, yeah.
All my stats boosted.
Yeah.
And Krakus shouts back to him. Well, fuck me, it's been a while, hasn't it? How are you doing, Lovenor? Hey, I'm alright, yeah. Well, I'm not actually. Sort of 2 of my men get completely ripped to shreds, brain dogs and all the sorts, but you know, day in the life of a military man. Anyway, I need you to hold these 3 up for the night. I'm taking them out of here in the morning. They shouldn't be too much trouble, but, you know, let them run a tab, but don't take the fucking piss.
Hello.
Hello. Alright, well, yeah. Any friend of Lovenor's is a friend of mine. Yeah, I'll get you 3 rooms, unless you're sharing.
No, I
No.
like own space.
I don't want to assume anyone's business is theirs when they're here. I don't really care too much.
I guess we're not sharing rooms.
I'll tell you what, I'll get a room with 3 beds. How about that?
That's a great idea.
Is that cheaper? Is that cheaper?
It's not really cheaper, but I mean, Lovenor, what's your budget? I think a room with 3 beds sounds great. Better way of keeping tabs on them, eh?
It's also Arcaximus. Safer. You get to keep an eye on us, and if anything happens, we can keep an eye on each other.
Fine.
Right, it's settled then. Well, that's a room with 3 beds for you fine gents.
Yes.
Feel free to go and make yourselves comfortable. We've got a few things going on this evening down here at the bar, and yeah. Oh, they've just finished playing. Round of applause as the band finishes playing.
That was pretty good.
Great timing. Yeah, go get yourselves comfortable. There's a washroom up there as well because you look like shit, if I'm being totally honest. And yeah.
At the thought of sharing a room with a couple of other lads, Finn will, with a lot of energy, run up to the room, kind of excitedly.
Don't be jumping on the bed.
Doesn't have the key.
Yes. Carcass has still got the key. Lavanor, this one's your key. Thank you. Passes it to... And then bypasses you and gives it to Arcaximus.
Wow.
I'll come for you lot in the... wrong accent. I'll come for you lot in the morning. Still wrong accent. Right, off we go then. He goes.
Time to leave.
He bolts. He's gone.
He's got 2 questions. He's got somewhere. He's not messing around. I don't blame him.
And yeah, you've got your room key.
I guess we should join our acquaintance.
Is it upstairs?
Yeah.
Is there like a... Do we pass like a veranda? A maisonette? Or what? No, not maisonette. A mezzanine.
Mezzanine.
A maisonette. Is there another house in here?
Is the house in the room with us now? Yeah, as you... So, again, long bar along one side of the inn. Big drinking area, lots of tables. And then balcony around the top. Looking over that area with more tables, chairs on that balcony area, and then another flight of stairs on the 3rd floor leading to rooms.
Well, as we're going up, I agree, we'll go upstairs. Probably like stuck outside on the landing, isn't he? Drawing attention to us.
Yes, not much good for safety. Just looking around as I speak.
Walking upstairs then, past the balcony. I want to look if anyone is wearing Trespel colours, that ocean blue, in the bar.
Roll a perception check. Or investigation. Fuck it. Let's call it investigation.
Can I roll? Actually, it doesn't matter for me. Similar thing to see if I can see any secret symbols that I might recognise.
I guess the difference between investigation and perception is if you take time with investigation, perception is a
Typically,
quick look,
Yeah.
right? So
Typically,
we'll call
perception is looking around. Investigation would be
Taking
actually
the time.
inspecting
Yeah.
something.
Okay, let's call it perception for both of you. Sorry.
4 then.
4.
21 for me.
For yourself, Arcaximus, no Trespel colours. What were you looking for again, Tom?
Any sort of myriad-esque symbols or any crests that I could recognise on anyone around?
No. No, none of note in the bar. Even in the shadier corners of the bar where there's more closed, quiet conversations. Nothing that stands out.
Oh, Finn is just way too excited to be trying to keep an eye out for anything.
You don't know where the room is?
Just up and down the halls.
Yeah. Trying every door.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Hey, fuck off, what are you doing? Someone's bare ass. Fucking close that door.
You're about to grow up.
It's
Don't
the
see
scene
shit.
from The Shining.
As I imagine you two catch up
Yeah.
with
It's
Finn.
this room here, boy.
Sorry.
And as you head on in, there is a large room, windows on either side of it, looking out onto the streets below, and 3 beds. A very simple wash basin with some water, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, does anyone have any... I mean, you two use magic?
Yes.
Could you make us clean?
No.
Wash basin it is.
Hard work.
Actually,
Spirit of the soul.
that's prestidigitation. That's what that was, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just give you a once over and just kind of cast my hand over you, and as I do, there's like a faint line of black smoke that dissipates into the air around you and just kind of
Nice. I think of that. It
That's
starts
all
to
right.
get ready for the evening.
Got a bag of bread as well if you need anything to line your stomach before you start drinking.
And I might have a slice later. Let me get change first.
Sure.
And,
Which kind? I've got wholemeal, tiger loaf. I've got baton.
the baton would be perfect.
Or your speed.
I got some garlic to roast on top of it.
No?
Oh, I shan't be changing.
Oh, I just meant like to clean you.
Mama's is super clean.
Oh, yeah. Crystal clean.
But no, I'll just wash my face in the basin. Thank you very much.
It's alright.
And if you're wondering what I've changed into,
Negligee.
leather back jeans on.
Leather black jeans and then just a plain white, like frilly.
That is exactly what he's wearing. Like a ruffled blouse type thing.
All
Very,
vibing
like,
with that.
it's open all the way, but it's still tucked in.
Nice.
Yeah.
Just because of what you were saying earlier last time that you were here, I will, or Finn will keep his armour on, but dump his like cloak and bag of bread.
It's back.
It's canon now.
Yeah, it's canon. He has a bag of bread. I'll be keeping a record of that in your inventory.
I'll keep track of all the different bread types.
Yeah.
And I'll sheath my dagger in my boot.
Nice.
Oh, I've still got my goggles on. Goggles.
So as is there anything else anyone's doing whilst they're in the room, or?
I'll leave my adventuring gear, so I'll keep my armour and my weapon.
Cool. So as late day turns into late evening and darkness begins to fall, you start to hear more and more noise coming from the tavern below as the light disappears from outside and goes to black.
I think we'll head down again.
Yeah.
Yeah!
After I've had my bread.
Got to get your bread in.
Carbo load.
Feeling a bit bloated actually. Just might do a couple of bars.
Just do a little bit of a French tuck.
Yeah.
Very, very nice. Yeah, as you head down to the main area of the inn, you see lots going on, and you see Krakus taking to the stage of the bar. Right, well, we've got a few things going on tonight for all you lovely folks who have joined us. We've got some drinking games happening shortly, and we've got some card games later on. Now, I want everyone to keep nice and clean tonight, nothing too raucous. I don't want to have a repeat of last week where we had to call in the guard and 3 people died, but these things do happen, and in the Dancing Dragon Inn, you'll always have a good evening. But yeah, we've got some drinking games going on shortly, so if you'd like to take part, take a seat. We're going to get started shortly.
Arcaximus, that's probably your cup of tea. You're a big man, big person.
I remain clear-minded at all times.
Right, sorry, I forgot.
My edge is as straight as the blade on my glaive. Straight edged.
Whoa.
Wow, you got away with words. Do you want to do anything? We could play cards together.
Yes.
Lucian. That could be fun.
I'm a gifted
I don't have a lot of money. I've only got like 159 gold.
And you're making Lovenor pay for your route.
Well, I mean, he offered.
By all means, cut the deck. Let's play some.
Cut the what?
Cut the dick.
He's got dicks in his hair.
Got my leather black dicks on.
Dicks.
Yes, let's play cards right now.
Hey, cool.
You could probably fleece him for a lot of money.
Huh?
Ronaldo as quick as it's like sipping wine.
Cool. Before we make our way over to the table, I just want to go to the bar and Crack House.
Yeah.
Krakow.
How can I help?
Could I just get a half water, half ale pint?
Oh my god.
You know this is on his tab. You can treat yourself a bit more if you want.
I just don't really like the taste of ale, but it looks like I'm drinking a normal one.
Gotcha.
I'll get a wine.
Yeah, we've got red, white, rosé. Rosé is quite a popular one.
I go rosé.
Mm-hmm. Is this for your friend in the leatherback jeans?
The one with the leather black jeans on.
I think you'll like that. Yep.
Wine.
And then another water, or just a plain water. And then I don't suppose you have any straight cigarettes.
Let me check. And goes as a little rummage. No, I've got some tobaccos and some.
Is it nice tobacco?
Yeah, it's a pretty well liked brand.
Okay, could I get a pouch of that as well, please?
All right.
Thank you very much.
We'll call it Lovenall's Tab.
There you go.
There you go.
Just gonna pocket the pouch of tobacco and then come back with the drinks. Okay, let's get this night going.
What
gonna
food
be
did
fun.
What food did you order?
I haven't ordered food yet. I thought you would have filled up on bread.
So much bread.
I've had quite my fill of bread over the last 12 hours. Actually, having never really eaten it prior to that, it's filled me up.
Oh well, you don't
He's
want to
getting
eat too
high on the
much.
carbs.
Well, we're going to go and play cards. So whilst we do that, you could get some food in.
I will do.
There you go. Go team. No.
I appreciate the wine, but usually I drink red, but this will do. For future reference.
Okay. I just don't know you that well yet.
I like blush as much as the next person, but
Bush.
blush. You keep your mind at the gutter.
Sorry, I feel like I'm having a really hard time today hearing people.
You have a lot on your mind? You should drink more while we play cards.
Really? Does that help?
Take your mind off of things that don't matter.
If
Like
you're feeling
being
troubled, the common folk tend to find solace in
I've got
escapism.
this.
Yes, us heathens tend to enjoy the pleasures of the earth, of the world, to take our mind off the everyday.
Yeah, I've got this, and I've got the company of some great guys. Guys? Yeah.
I
What
thought
more do you
my
want?
jeans were tight enough, but
Oh, sorry, I played footsie with you. Yeah, let's go play cards then.
what do you know how to play?
I know how to play Dragon's Teeth. I know how to play the One-Legged Man. I know how to play Rum Tum. I know how to play
Tummy hum?
Tummy Hum.
Rum tum tummy hum variant.
You know,
Let's play Dead Man's Legs.
Dead Man's Legs. Okay.
And then maybe later I teach you how to play dice.
Dice. Sounds fun. I like that. Can we find a table that's playing Dead Man's Legs? Or the equivalent to that in this place?
Yeah.
Can you make up a whole new entire card game called Dead Man's Legs?
Yeah.
I have a card game ready to go, which will fit Dead Man's Legs.
There we go.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you find a table. You find a table that's not completely full of people drinking and playing other games, but you find a few people sat around at a table who aren't playing a particular game, just drinking. So do you invite them in to play with you?
excuse me for interrupting your evening, but my friend and I are looking to kick back and play some cards, and the game we'd want to play at the moment is Dead Man's Legs. You do look like you're well versed in the operations of card games. Would you be interested in joining?
I don't see why not. I'll play. What you got? Off the cuff accent.
I have coin. Don't worry about it.
Okay, let's do it. Fuck it, I'll take your money.
This would be fun.
So we'll do this as D4s.
Okay.
We'll take it as a round. We'll see who as we do it. So we'll roll a D4. Highest rolls wins the round. Make a gold bet before you do it. So how much are you putting down each? Please make a record of it as you do it. So you've all been dealt out cards in this fictitious game. You look at your deck, and based on what you think you have, you can either put more gold in or less. Person with the highest number splits the money. If there's 2 people with a 4, if there's only 1 person with a 4, they get all the coin. I made this up on my lunch break, so we'll see how the rules of this game hold up, and if there's any 4s. So what's everyone putting in?
I'll go for... I'll start things off sensible with 1 gold.
1 gold.
5 gold.
5 golds. Argaximus.
I'm not playing.
You're not playing?
He's eating.
It's eating.
Yeah, I've gone to the bar to order and ask other things, but I'm not indulging in the frivolities of the mortal flesh.
Alright. For us playing around the table then, the punters around the table, they probably put in about 3 gold collectively. So 3, 1, 5. Let's roll some D4s, baby! What you got?
It's 1.
Oof.
2.
3.
Ah.
Punters around the table take the coin! Oh yeah, you didn't see that coming in, yeah! You want another round, boys?
Yes, let's we go again.
Yeah.
Let's go again.
Why not?
Alright, how much you putting in this time?
Just seeing if I have any
Go
spells
for 2.
to help. But I don't. I'll put 4 gold in.
Okay. And you did 5 last round, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll some D4s, baby! You say you did 2 this time?
Yeah.
Four.
Also 4.
Also 4.
Oh!
That's two gold to everyone. So, oh, hold on. I didn't say what these guys put in. They put in. Let's make it easy for numbers' sake. They put in 2. So there is 2 each. 2 left in the main part of the table. 2 up for grabs.
Cool.
Everyone gets 2 back. So you're back.
Yeah.
At net.
Yeah.
You're down a fair amount at this point. Finn?
Hey, Finn's having fun. He's loving it.
Cost of fun.
I'm just here to play.
Yeah.
Right, what's everyone put on the next one?
I'll go 2 again.
2 again.
12.
Goodness. Table puts in 5.
You're not scared of trying a crowd putting down that much money?
Is that a lot?
You do see some keen eyes looking over at the
Say
line of the
less.
table.
What do you mean?
Don't worry about
12 gold!
What? He's fucking putting 12 in. Yeah, oh yeah, we're gonna make some money. Cool. Cards are shuffled and redealt. Roll some dice, baby. Oof. 1 from the table.
It's not on the trail.
It's 2 from me.
2 from you.
It's got me.
Was that a 4?
It was, but it's a 2.
Split pot, right?
Yeah, you guys split the pot of
SP.
14 plus
5, 19.
19,
So you
so 9.5 each.
Yeah. So you're...
You take the 10.
No, you take the 10.
Okay.
Oh shit.
That's what he wanted you to say.
House looking a bit dishevelled. A bit worse for their monies. Do you guys want one more round?
Let's go one more round. Maybe we make it an even 5.
House goes all in. 10.
2.
I mean, if we're going all in,
190. Go.
no, just 19.
Shake.
19. At this point, due to Finn's raising of the stakes, you've got a bit of a crowd watching you now. It's quite tense.
This is what you did.
Huh?
Cards get dealt and shuffled. Roll some dice. And you just hear kind of like a chilled silence around the room. What have we got?
3.
Also 3.
House puts down their cards. You got 4. Well, it's been lovely playing with you boys. But it looks like on this one, not so lucky. Who's got a high passive perception?
Mine's 14.
14.
12.
Might have seen some hands moving around, but nothing that,
Nothing I can confirm.
nothing you can confirm.
How about one roll around? Make it a nice round 5. 5 rounds.
It's not quite an even number, but
I didn't say it was, but it's a nice denominator.
all right.
Best of 5. Best of 5.
All right, let's do it. Yeah,
Best of
we're on a win.
And
All
then
in.
How much has there been so far?
Uh,
I think it's like 29 from me.
So Rich doesn't even know how much money
yeah,
he's
it's
lost.
just like there's that amount somewhere in the world. It was 2, 4, 6, 7 from you. House has put in 10 on the last. I think 5 on the round before that. It's probably about, let's call it 40 gold.
So should we just do like whoever wins gets all of it?
Yeah, yeah,
That sounds fair.
yeah.
Sure.
I like the soda bud.
At this point, all attention is on your table. It's a lot of money. House puts their cards down to 3.
1.
3.
Oh.
How about one more? Just the 2 of us.
I like this.
Oh, go on, you play in as well. Go on. Feeling generous. Do you agree?
Hey, the more the merrier, right?
No, it's all right. I'll just watch.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm keeping an eye out just in case he's trying to pull anything.
Roll a perception check.
10.
It's a natural 1.
Oh.
You see hands under the table moving with cards. They drop the deck of spare cards. And there's a bit of a fumble, and then the hands just freeze and just pull away and leave the cards on the floor. House, now sweating, reveals their cards. It's a 1.
It's a 3 for me.
Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
I take all the gold. Don't forget to pick up the cards you dropped.
And you see him just going under the table. Collecting them.
And then Lucia just watches the whole time while he's like picking stuff up, and he's just stacking coins.
Yeah. The guy bangs his head as he comes up from the table. Ah, fuck! And he just side stumbles out of the inn. And there's a cheer.
This inn's a bit
Go
phased
Lucian!
by it,
Yeah.
but bookish, no. Not interesting.
We'll cut over to Arcaximus. What have you been up?
40.
40 gold. Yeah,
Well
totally.
done. Well done, guys.
Yeah, Arky baby, what have you been up to? We can say you joined them towards the end.
Yeah,
but what have you been up to?
It's on Lavanor, so we'll have a nice nice evening spread of. Not like huge, but like we'll have a three deep,
Noted.
charcuterie board.
Yeah.
Cool.
Get some soups in, some hearty soups.
It's good soup.
What would I think? Some turkey dinosaurs for Finn.
Smiley faces.
Yeah.
Nice baked
Potato
dinner.
yeah. Yeah.
And then the frozen carrot, peas,
Yeah.
and sweet corn.
Yeah. Guess what? Joke's on you. That sounds great.
For Lucian.
The breadstick.
Just one breadstick.
Which he eats
A crab.
like a cigarette. Yeah, just a crab. Perhaps a breadstick and a grape.
I get some olives. I feel like that's
Oh yeah, for sure.
Very continental.
Yeah.
the large bowl of
Pitted
olives.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Oof.
Pitted.
That might be it, actually.
Yeah.
No, he's less stressed now. So
Yeah, but
he's
you've only
his
got full
appetite.
of smoke and bread and wine. I'm not going to give you anything because that's just going to go bonkers.
Yeah, what else can I request?
Shit in his guts. Smoking bread and wine.
Actually, yeah, that sounds feasible.
And maybe, I don't know, one piece of exotic fruit.
Well, oh yeah, and maybe croque monsieur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the worst cheese imaginable.
He's just told me he's loads of money, so I don't really care about being paid the difference now because Finn can do it.
Well,
and then to Krampus.
Krampus.
Crumpets.
Why'd I pick that name? As you're reading off these orders, he's like, well, I don't know what a croque monsieur is, but
Neither do I. He has rather peculiar needs.
well, I think we can arrange most of the other things. So
Take an educated guess, and I'm sure he'll eat it.
something with cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. People love cheese. Can't really go wrong with it until you leave it too long, and then you go very wrong.
Indeed.
And get diarrhea and stuff.
I'm also, if I could ask for some assistance,
Okay.
I'm on the lookout for some friends from Trespol. If any come up to the bar, are wearing the colours, particularly from maybe the military backgrounds, if you could send them over to our table, that would be appreciated.
Okay. Who should I tell? I don't know any of your names. I've just taken his word for it because he's been coming here a while. So.
Someone from the Prodigium Venardi.
Could you repeat that name again?
The Prodigium.
Even you're struggling.
The Prodigium. It's been a very long day. The Prodigium Venardi.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. This isn't anywhere very popular with rich sorts. I mean, there's plenty of rich people in the city, but it's very rare we'd have dignitaries or anything like
That's
that.
alright. I'm not after that level of just anybody really.
Okay. Well, if I see anyone from Trespol, I'll send them your way.
I should be fairly noticeable. My big glaive sticking out like a foot above my head.
It just looks above your head like, yep, you're noticeable. Yep. All right.
Thank you.
No worries. Yeah, your food will be a little while. I think your friends are doing pretty well on the old table.
They probably lost all their money knowing them.
I mean, there's some shady sorts in here, so yeah, they might well have.
Oh, I'll be sure to warn them. Thank you. I'll fill up my water while I'm there.
fresh water for you.
Yeah.
That's on the house.
Clarity. How many layers has this been purified through? Sediment.
We normally run it through like a rag. Seems to do the trick.
Fine.
We've not had any complaints.
Builds constitution, hardiness.
Roll a constitution check. Yeah. Cool, yeah, and you join these guys at the table. They're probably about midway through, so they start to be on the up a little bit.
Yeah.
And as they have their final win, your food arrives.
Well, congratulations, gentlemen. To the winners, the spoils.
What is this? And what is meant to be the croque monsieur is...
It's that Kronk Mister you asked for.
It's just warm cheese. Like sweaty cheese.
Oh!
You can see the liquid on it.
Yeah, it's got little beads. Yeah.
Just pushes the plate away, brings the bowl of olives, starts eating them with a toothpick.
If you fill up on olives, you won't
More
have
wine!
room. You won't have any room for the cheese.
The cheese can...
Mature.
I was going to say go to hell, but...
As you do the hand gesture, you just hit, it's not table service, you're going to have to come up to the bar.
And just... And I'll head up to the bar. Yeah. And I'd like a glass of... what was this?
Or the bit.
Blush?
Yeah, it was a good little blush.
I'll take another one of those, please.
Alright, yep. Anything else for your other friends? Your friend in the armour, I think he needs a drink. He looks a bit, you know...
He unfortunately does not... was cut loose. What's that?
Hey, what's that? Just saying Spike's drink. Give some ecstasy. I'm imagining Terry Crews from White.
I mean, yeah, if he doesn't want to drink, then of course I'm not going to force it. But in a minute, the drinking games are going to start, and he's going to feel very awkward.
It's good to have someone sober in a place like this. Sometimes you could just walk in thinking everything's normal, have a go around, find yourself in scuffle, stabbed, pass out in an alley, wake up decades out of your own time, confused, scared, eating disorder, tobacco addiction.
You're not in Zone of Truth.
So
you sound like you're talking from personal experience.
It's a story.
And then it still plays on your mind to this day.
Oddly specific turn of story there.
It's Wivesdale, from where I'm from.
Insight check.
Can I combat that with deception?
Yeah.
11.
It's 7, so...
That's nice.
You know when you just know someone's lying and you don't care.
Right, okay. Well, yeah, I guess fair enough. If your friend is your watcher, as it were, and he's always on the lookout, then sure.
What kind of drinking game we play?
Oh, it's a good bit of fun that we have here. It's basically drinking until you pass out. And if you pass out, you lose, and if you don't, you win.
Is it a long game?
Depends on how much you can drink.
Interesting.
Your crew sound like they could really sweep the floor with some people.
The flattery will not work. I am the only adult among this group.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's quite ballsy.
But it would be nice to see the fallout.
Well, we'll be starting in a minute if you want to take part.
Down's the wine. Okay.
Shit, okay. So as you head back to your table,
Start eating olives.
just munching on your olives.
Didn't even order any more cheap or better food.
Nah, stop drinking now. I don't want to fill myself up. There's always bread on hand if I need that.
Apparently so. Did somebody say bread?
I've got those little knots.
Oh!
Well, the cheesy ones.
Yeah.
You can put the cheese on the knots.
No, what they do is I take the nut, move the olive aside, dip it in the oil. Much nicer, better for digestion than uses his burnt out cigarette to pick up the cheese. Just flops it back down, puts the rest of the cigarette out in the cheese.
Oh, that's a waste of cheese.
I think that existing is a waste of cheese.
Wow. Damn. That's a good point. So what are we doing then?
We're waiting for drinking game. Me and you play. Our friend Arke Simus. He looked
You
after us.
almost called him Arky.
It's much shorter and it's a hard language to grasp.
Ark is fine.
Oh, it's common, not your first language.
I grew up all around, so yeah, I know a few. Let's leave it at that.
Okay.
Was language much different 63 years ago?
In 65, it was pretty much the same. I still speak Elvish occasionally, and that language I don't see changing or modernizing anytime soon. Gith, I know, but I haven't spoken it in quite a long time. And there's other languages I know that I need for trade, but someone such as yourself, upstanding, probably wouldn't be familiar.
Fine.
Right, well, if you're taking part in drinking games, could I just see a show of hands of who's playing tonight? And across the inn, probably about 6 or so hands go up, so you two included.
Oh, like a bun.
4 others. Some of the other hands that go up, you see a half-orc put his hand up.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll play, yeah. You see an elf. Yes, I'll play. Yes, I'm up for it, yeah. And then a few commoners, humans as well. Right, well, for those of you that are return players, looking at some of the others, and some of you that are new, we'll just go through the rules very briefly. So, with this particular game, you're going to drink, as you fucking probably imagine, and you can choose what you get to drink each round.
Oh.
The more difficult things to drink in a round, 30 seconds to drink it to be precise, will get you more points. If you drink some of the Gnome's Brew Ale, there's 1 point. If you drink some of the Hill Giant's Piss, which is a shot to be, for new ones, it's worth 5 points. Of course they're going to get harder though, as you drink, and the aim of the game is to get you either unconscious, but if you get to 20 points with what you drink per round, you've won. Any questions?
yes, when do we start?
Well, come up to the bar and pick what you want to drink for your first round.
As Finn and Lucian head up, Lucian, is this a bad time to say that I don't really like drinking?
This is a very bad time to tell me you don't like drinking, but you stand up now and sometimes you just have to persevere. What is worse that happen? Hangover? Please, I've had more hangover than you have a loaf of bread.
I don't know, I've had a lot of bread.
My life is hangover, trust me.
Okay, we've got this.
Yes, I've got this.
Go team.
Thanks, Arky.
I forgot myself.
Go team! Yeah!
You are now kicked out of the order.
Oh, and I forgot to say what the prize was tonight.
It's a prize?
Yeah, well, of course, because there's got to be a winner, right? You get a tab for the rest of the evening.
I really thought you were going to say a Toyota Corolla.
Another Toyota Corolla. Oh my god! And then he looks at you two and goes, yeah, you don't really need that because you're already covered.
Can we
Anyway.
Oh, okay.
And queues, you know, for the 6 players, you 2 being 2 of the 6, you see 3 or so of the other players queuing for the kind of middle of the road rink, and you see another player going straight for the Hill Giant's Piss.
I'm going to go straight for the piss as well.
So just to let you know what you've got as things you can choose. So for 1 point, it's the Gnome's Brew Ale. For 2 points, it's the Knight's Beverage, which is a stout. For the 3-pointer, it's the Dragon's Breath, which is red wine. And for the 4 points, it's Carnage, which is fortified wine. And then for 5 points, it's the Hill Giant's Piss.
Sorry, so Gnome Ale 1, Stout 2.
Yep, red wine 3, fortified wine 4, and Hill Giant's Piss 5. And you have 30 seconds to drink it. Oh, no. That's just
Cool.
dark sake.
I'll go for a Stout.
Okay, cool. You're going for a stout. What are you going for? You're going for the Hill Giant.
Yeah.
Cool. Can I get con saves? If you have advantage on saving throws for poison, if you have saving throws against getting poisoned, you also get advantage.
It would be there.
Yeah.
Do not have that. 18.
18, and you went for the stout.
Yes.
Success.
14 versus the piss.
Fail. So you lose 2 saving throws.
Wait.
So it just gets harder.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yep. Okay.
Ugh. Not a fan of this.
You're fine.
Have we got a water chaser?
The guy who also picked the Hill Giant's Piss suffers a similar fate to you, and it's like doesn't quite throw up, but struggles.
Oh.
You got this, Lucian. You and me, all the way.
So the ones that took the Dragon's Breath, they also. All the while, whilst you're drinking them, you've got this chug, 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 chug.
Woo!
And you get a reaction like way from some of the crowd.
Well, something stronger for you. Try it.
Do you think so? I did load up on bread. I'm probably good. That's a good point.
Make a note of the points you've just gained.
Yep.
Because you still get to keep them towards your 20. It's whether or not you make it all the way there.
Oh God, 20.
Yeah, you want to get to 20 points. That's the win. Right. Well, we've refilled the options. Come on up to the table. Come and collect your poison, if you pardon the pun. That's no pun.
Feeling good.
Finn will go for the wine this time.
Okay.
As for Lucian.
All right. Could I get Constitution saving throws, please?
Ooh. That's a 10.
Not for the wine.
-2. Oh no, because you succeeded last time. Ignore that.
15.
-2. Fail. And you got a
10.
fail.
Shit.
As you both.
Okay.
I start like gagging into the glasses of
Bubbling out.
What's that video of Will Ferrell in that film where he's drinking wine in bed? It was like, it's going everywhere. Crying. Okay. So that's now -2 to your next saving throw.
Great, I could use that.
And for yourself, you've now got disadvantage on your con saves and your poison.
Can I? I'm watching this, and I'm seeing Lucian like being pretty squiffy.
Just eyes are closed.
Falling asleep sour.
Just like a big wine stain down his white shirt.
Just occasionally shaking himself away like.
Can I
Chill out.
I can't put a hand on his shoulder
and say to him, "You've got this. Play it cool." And can I do lay on hands 5 to cure poison?
To cure the poison?
Yeah.
Would he then go back to non-disadvantage on the saving throw as well?
Your
According,
rules, yeah.
if you're giving him disadvantage because he's getting like alcohol poisoning, then technically yes, because it's removing it from the toxins from his system.
Sounds good. Does it require what components?
Just lay on hands is just touch.
Just touch. Shit.
And whilst it's coming out of the pool, so.
Roll. Are you trying to be discreet?
Yeah.
Roll a stealth check. I'm not going to be too.
Can it be sleight of hand?
Yeah! Go on then.
Better.
I won't be too precious about it. Just roll a little one.
19.
Yeah, you're fine. The fact it is just touch seems pretty discreet. You're fine.
And yeah, and I say like play it cool because I want him to be like, not be like, oh, I guess I'll just have another 10 points.
I feel fucking great!
Yeah, so that's my intention.
Cool. Reel that back then, so you just have -2 to your saving throw, but no disadvantage, and you're no longer poisoned.
Okay.
Cool. Alright, okay. And also just remember which points you just gained from taking that drink. Okay, right. Well, some of you are looking a bit worse for wear, as the guy who's been doing straight hill giant's piss is, kind of dribbling a bit.
Ooh.
His friends are propping him up slightly, like, "Go on, you can do it, you can keep going." He's like, "I don't think I can. I don't think I can." They're like, "Come on, we really need this tab for the night. We're really broke." And he's like, "Oh, okay." And some of the other players are playing a bit safer, also looking a bit worse for wear, but they're still in a similar state to you, kind of like, "Let's do this."
I don't like wine. It doesn't taste nice.
Not when you down it like an animal.
What's the whole point of this? Should I go stronger?
Yes.
I was kind of expecting you to say no.
No, you want to get it done as quick as possible.
You're so smart. Okay.
Age.
Finn will go
20.
for the piss.
Come on up, come and collect your next drinks. You're going for piss. What are you going for?
I'm going to go for fortified wine, the dragon's breath.
Sorry, are you the Carnage fortified wine?
Oh, sorry, Carnage, yes.
Yeah, cool,
Yeah.
no worries. Carnage for you and Hill Giant's Piss for you.
Yes.
Alright, give us some con saves. -2s for both of you.
Was that it?
It's a 12.
Ooh, with the -2, so it was 14.
No, so it's so +3 for my con save.
Yeah.
So it brings it to 14. So yeah. 12.
Yeah, 12. Cool.
No.
Both fails. Yeah, it's this acrid just. You hear it burning as it goes down.
Why do people do this?
You can feel the bubbling in your throat as it descends into your stomach, and you've got instant acid reflux. It's beautiful. You need some Gaviscon. You can use our discount code now. Same for you as well, Lucian. You are, that's not
Halfway there though, bro.
Yeah.
not vibing. So what points are you at now? Just a quick tally.
10.
10 points?
12.
12 points. Okay, cool. I'll roll for the other guys. This guy's on the Hill Giant's Piss again, and he's unconscious. As he takes this shot, all his friends are like, "Come on, you can do it!" As he necks it, he starts to fall backwards, his head sags backwards as he tries to use gravity to help him, and he just, like a water fountain, just projectile vomits into the air. There's just a plume of it, which just goes all over him, some of his friends that have been egging him on, and he just, like a sack of potatoes, just his knees give out, he just crumbles to the floor. And there is a roar from everybody in the end. As this guy is just covered in sick. He is out of the game. And then the other teams also not faring very well, as one of them is also slumped, head down on their table, pretty much passed out. So one team remaining against you two.
Oh, nice.
So
Hell yeah.
3 fails and you're out. We both had 2 fails.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Right.
You don't know what the other team are on though, do you? They could be on only 1 fail. So.
Yeah.
Or 0. So, good luck.
Alright.
Thanks.
Okay, so another round then. Ladies and gentlemen, and everybody else in between.
So, right, okay, so if you drink the piss, there's less drinking.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Yes, you should definitely do that.
Okay. Come on, Levistus, we've got this. Okay.
I don't think you've got it.
No, I've got this. I can
No, I don't
feel
think
it.
you've got it.
Finn will go for the Hill Giant's piss again.
Hill Giant's piss.
Never in a million years.
Go for the red wine.
Red wine. Okay, cool. If I could get some rolls.
So I have disadvantage now.
Yes, you
So
have
fail.
disadvantage, and you're also poisoned if you've not been.
And am I -2?
Yeah, you're -2 to your saving throw.
Use luck.
Using luck. Okay.
Yeah.
You're not. No way, man.
No, I'm definitely not, but... Fuck, it's the same roll. 11.
11.
Yep.
There's a fail.
16 for me.
16. You went for the
Red wine.
red wine. Okay. So the other team go for the Hill Giant's piss. Down the hatch. No problems at all. As they take it in and almost reload, ready to boogie. Their group just, "Way, yeah, Becky, go for it!"
Finn takes the shot, has it up at his mouth, like swallows it, and then just falls backwards.
You land on the table behind you, people eating, drinking, scatter stuff everywhere, plates, bowls, food.
I'm out. I'm out cold.
And you succeed.
Knew I was due one.
You're now into the end game now.
You risk it all for a one last shot, do you reckon?
One last piss, yeah.
Alright, well, it looks like we've only got 2 contenders left. Pick your poison.
Just roll 2 nat 20s, mate.
It'd be rude not to.
What are you going for?
Hill Giant's piss.
What?
Wait.
I should have really done this at the start, but
Can I move to like the opposite side of the bar?
and then still discreetly cast Bless on 30-foot range.
Okay. Has it got any verbal
All 3.
All 3?
But I want to like. I don't even have to see them. Just 3 creatures of your choice. So I don't even want to be looking at. That's going to be 29.9 feet away.
Okay.
Looking at the floor.
Could I get
Admiring your
a
shoes.
stealth from you?
Yeah.
Okay.
8.
I rolled a 4, so
Wow.
yeah, you
Clonk. Oh, excuse me. I'm going over here to cast a spell.
yeah, you're fine. Bless. Yeah,
Should have done that at the beginning. Apologies.
And that gives me +4.
A D4.
plus D4. Okay, cool. Right, what points do you want?
Outrageous.
I'm on 15.
Okay, cool. Let's go for it. Right, pick your poisons in, ladies and gents.
Either win or fail. And am I -2?
-2, but then +4.
Well done.
What'd you get?
A 2 and a 1.
Ah,
Almost. The
Almost.
lowest possible.
Yeah.
yeah. Even with the bless, you drink it down, spew it all over the table in front of you, as they're watching you like chug, chug,
Oh!
They just get full face of it.
In the splash zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They sat there.
At the front.
Yeah, they knew what was coming. The other team don't quite throw up, but certainly struggle with this one. But as you are the last competition standing, and you've just spewed all over the audience, there's just a enormous as the tavern erupts in applause and laughter. Apart from the people sat in front of you,
Yeah. Understandable.
one of them goes to throw a punch at you.
Oh, fuck.
Bit harsh.
And misses. Just fucking
Whiffs
goes
it.
wide.
He's got sick in his eyes.
He's got a sick all over his face.
I like to think that I'm so drunk as he goes to hit me, I just stumble out the way by accident.
And he ends up clocking the guy next to you.
Oh, fuck. The guy just won.
No, they're sat at a different table to you.
Okay.
But just another punter who's just been watching you gets floored. And then he punches him back,
Yes.
which hits, connects. And there's punches being thrown, and they're all connecting. That one didn't. Yeah. And then a mass fucking brawl erupts in the tavern.
I just try and stumble back as far as I can go. Back to the wall.
Do you stumble over Finn's?
Oh yeah, I probably do, yeah.
It's heavy on the floor.
There's people punching each other over your body across the table, just like swinging at each other.
That's fair. I would.
I'll come back and drag Finn out away discreetly.
Why does this keep happening?
Are you still standing, or have you?
I'm like trying to make myself back, get myself back to my feet.
You over one arm,
Yeah.
dragging Finn on my other arm, and then away from the brawl that's happening.
As this goes on and people are getting knocked the fuck out, you just have in the kind of 20 foot in the middle of the room, just suddenly this dragon's head appears.
Oh fuck.
And you just hear like a as fire breathes across the room, and you all feel like you're getting incinerated. Could I get any of you to do an intelligence check against what's happening?
Just a straight check.
Yeah.
I'd assume I'd be at disadvantage.
Yeah.
How intelligent is Finn right now?
You have one eye open, maybe.
Okay.
So
Maybe you got roused by me
yeah.
dragging and donking your head along the floor.
Oh man. 13.
13.
3.
3. As far as you're all concerned, you've all just been incinerated by a dragon that has just erupted across the room. For you, this is the worst fucking thing to wake up to from a hangover.
I'm dragging you, of course, between my legs. 2 times in as many
Still
days.
there!
As the flames subside and you look across the bar, the image disappears and everyone's crouched down low, looking around, checking themselves, thinking, what the fuck? And you just hear, I won't have any of that fucking shit in my bar, no fighting. Alright? I warned you once before. I will close down for the evening, and I know none of you want to go home to your partners, so shut that shit up. And everyone goes back to drinking. For those of you that use magic, you would probably get the idea that that was an image that was cast, even with your
Shit rolls.
yeah, even with your shit rolls, you'd get the idea of that. And some kind of normality resumes in the inn. People go back to drinking. People that have just been punching each other are now hugging each other and sharing drinks.
Oh, I will give Finn the 5 points of lay on hands to cure his poison as well.
Woo!
You've already had it once. That's it.
Everyone gets one.
You're still blessed, by the way, so you could have added a
Oh shit.
D4 to that. We'll say you got it as well, just you had nothing to do with it, because you can do it to like 3 people. So.
Alright. Sweet.
Bless up. Your poison's cured at least.
Oh, my head hurts, but I don't feel like I want to die.
Not yet.
Wait, what?
I understand it gets worse.
Oh, okay. It's alright, I've got some dough balls I can
God damn it! I'm gonna have to put a limit on bread usage. You can make a note of that.
Good bread spell. Rather good.
Bread.
Good bread.
So it's probably quite late into the evening now since you've been playing the drinking games, playing cards, throwing up on each other and all sorts. Some of you are still disadvantagey, feeling a bit shitty, and yourself. Aki, you are feeling great, baby. You haven't touched a drop. You're living La Vida Loca right now. So, what would you like to do the rest of your evening, if anything?
Nothing untoward happening apart from the fight and the dragon. No people in ocean blue noticed yet?
Nope, still no sight of any tressable colours.
Fine. When Krampus shouted, did he seem like he'd been having his own stuff behind the bar, or is he pretty solid at the moment as well?
What, been drinking, sorry?
Yeah.
Make an insight check.
Over 20.
Yeah, he doesn't strike you as someone that gets high on their own supply. He seems pretty with it still. I think you have to be in an establishment like that.
Yeah.
It's quite raucous.
Well, I prop these two up in a corner somewhere, like leaning against each other. Look after each other for a moment.
That was good, no?
If Arc Aximus is left, yeah. Oh, that was. I guess that was fun.
Yes.
Oh, I got you some nice tobacco for you. Just because I felt bad, you know, because you died a really long time ago, and I died a really long time ago, and then woke up as well.
Wait,
So.
what do you mean? Are you just repeating my story back to me?
Why does everything hurt? Oh, my head. No. Well, I mean, I hear a voice in my head. I've heard a voice in my head anyway. Could just be the room.
You died?
I died. Well, I mean, I died, and then I died again, and now I'm here.
Was that long
Time
ago?
Yeah, good, like a couple of decades or so.
Okay. This
29.
is 9 decades.
No, no, 29 years.
This is a.
Just felt bad for you, so I brought you tobacco.
That's very nice thing for you to do. I really appreciate that.
It's okay.
I need we should get some
Let's get air.
So good.
Two bros. Yeah, we're slowly stumble towards the door to get some fresh air.
No, that's I left the door here. I died. Alley. Over there. Dead.
No. Got stabbed. Or something.
No.
No. I got killed by a hairy man. Backwards hands.
What?
Don't like it.
His hands were backwards?
So backwards. My fingers pointing up.
You sure he just didn't turn his hands around?
Don't know. It looked like a cat.
Oh. What?
I don't know. I don't know what it means.
Did you know this cat?
I did not know that cat with the hat.
He had a hat.
I think he had, I don't know. It's all a bit of a blur now.
I think I'm gonna go get sick now.
I think I'm gonna go shit now.
Good tip, make yourself sick. And then you're in control.
Sick while I shit.
Don't do that. I'm gonna into alleyway. Hopefully not die.
I'm gonna go down the same alleyway and just put a couple of fingers down my mouth whilst my trousers are down. Just try and.
Oh.
I like a pro. Listen, this is done.
Done. Out.
Oh, yeah. Put it in like that, and make sure you press your throat. Yes, that's it. Don't be scared.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Feel better?
Oh.
Come on.
Oh. It just won't go.
If it helped, try and think of the smell of the shit you're gonna have.
I just immediately throw up.
I just imagine a hard cut to Arcaximus at that point.
Just sipping water on a
Stone cold sober.
Shitting and sicking everywhere. It's just Arcaximus, just pint of milk.
Yeah.
Yep. Milk moustache. Were you doing something? Sorry.
Oh yeah, I want to go and speak to Krakus.
Okay.
And just say, I have a question to ask.
Yep, go for it. I'll try and give you a good answer.
Are you aware of an order called the Prodigium Venardi? They operated out of Trespol.
Let me have a think. Well, yeah, something rings a bell. They're not. It's not exactly like they're a well-known order. If anything, I'm in my older years now. I used to go around causing trouble, but they have much less influence now than they used to. Probably on quite a decline, if I'm being honest. Yeah. Why?
Do you know if they have any contacts in this city?
Well, no, they don't really. If anything, they've kind of receded back to Trespol more than anything. They used to have a few, I'll say outposts, but more kind of like, yeah, kind of outbound areas where they had a few people, but not in Goldenpass at least. Maybe in Zragate, one of the bigger cities. Certainly not in this city. Yeah, not really heard much about them in the last decade or so.
Okay, thank you for the information. You can rescind my last request for anybody from Trespol.
Is that who you're looking for?
Was related to my latest line of inquiry.
Are you part of their order or something? Or?
Yes.
Okay, well, if I see any beasties, I'll let you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, not heard much about him recently.
No problem. Thank you for your help.
No problem. Hey, I saw your friends making their way outside.
Oh,
Yeah, they didn't look very good.
fools. Savages. I'll had best go and check that I'm not getting into any more trouble.
And as you walk outside into the alleyway, what scene meets Describe what's going on, please.
I think Finn, not being a heavy drinker, is just like left forearm against the wall with his head against it, kind of leant over with just a puddle of sick that kind of creeps over the tips of his shoes, with his trousers and pantaloons or whatever just crotched above the knee because they are at a slight bend, and it's just ass is like kind of trying to flick out.
Dear God, boys, have some respect.
Lucian is like 2 or 3 meters away from his puddle of sick, just sat on the floor smoking up against the wall.
Near your own sick?
No, away from my sick.
Oh, okay.
He's done this before, so don't shit on your own doorstep.
Yeah.
What is that? Is he okay?
Yes, it's just the hangover's kicking in early, so we're trying to get ahead of it. Yes, he's purging. You should appreciate this.
I do. Everybody go to bed.
I think that would be a safe thing to do. Well, part of me wanted to visit that establishment our friend Lovenor went to, but
They won't take you in this.
I could change my shirt. Maybe I wear no shirt. I was just sick. I'm popping. But I don't think I could get the erection.
It's painfully honest.
That side of truth really to the
Residual zone of truth then.
Yeah.
You must do what you feel is right, of course.
I don't want to waste anyone's time.
I'm sorry you appear to be having difficulties.
It's not the cigarettes. It's the alcohol. Normally there's no problem.
No, but when we get back to the room, please don't attempt to fix it.
Yeah. I will do what I must.
I lift up Finn's trousers and then use that force to just like hoik him up over my shoulder.
Wait, it's fine. It's fine. And I'll press the digitate any kind of sick or poop from my person.
Good.
All the sick and shit and piss is gone. You're clean.
I'll leave it there though.
Yeah.
I've like marked my territory.
Yeah. That's your area.
I help you off the floor with a
Thank
hand, and then I carry Finn.
As you carry me, I'm just like, flying.
Nice. So as you climb the stairs up to your room, where you all have your own beds, you plonk these down.
Yep.
And for you drunks in this situation, sleep finds you relatively easily. For you, it takes a little bit longer, Arcaximus, because of the noise downstairs and the ongoing end of the festivities and drinkers leaving the tavern and all that. But eventually you two find sleep.
I cast alarm on the room.
Yep, go for
man.
it. I'll take that as a thing going forwards that you do. That's your
If I have a spell slot, if I don't, I'll tell you, so I don't, but I do, so
lovely stuff. And as night and sleep finds you, could I get Nathan and Si to leave the room?
Oh, you
baby.
sneaky boy.
So, as sleep finds Arcaximus and you start to drift into the black, you kind of see a series of ruined buildings and trees and dark forest whoosh past your vision through the black, kind of like loose bits of space just flying past your vision, and you wake. And as you wake, you are back on the astral plane where you were born, and you're going through your youth and you're learning about everything that makes your race who they are and what you're one day to become. What kind of memories do you have of that time as a child, essentially?
it's very rigid
work, ethic from that young age. It gets drilled into you early. The threats are real and there's no rest. Like, kids don't really have a childhood because it's all like they're gonna come and kill you in your sleep and stuff like that. So it's not very particularly fond memories.
Lots of fear, lots of kind of tales, some of which are very real threats that are ongoing, are current, and others which stand out less but are still emphasised even with hundreds of years passing. You start to remember images of textbooks and writings and lessons about the Illithids and the intellect devourers and all of the other things that scare you. And these things come across more like old wives' tales and ancient history more than recent. Very vivid imagery of tentacled mouths starts flashing past your vision. And then we fast forward to where you are enlisted into the Praegidium Venardi, and you are on the material plane. In fact, you're in Trespol. What was it like, that switch from, the astral plane to the material plane?
Aside from the culture shock, which training can only so much prepare you for, it's a very important job, and what little flecks of doubt you might have on the extreme measures they take is quickly snuffed out and noticed. Any moments of hesitation and whatnot. So by the time you are serving, it is 24/7. There isn't you don't break. It is just you hit the ground running and you have to start working. So the only real concern is are these creatures worth saving sometimes? It's when they have these debauched events that we witnessed this night, it's well, then do we why do we do what we do? But that's the job that we are born to do, so be it.
And you have some hard truths with that. In Trespol, another major city, there is elements of crime and this urban area which is deprived, and you see some of that on your journeys and as you're seeking information about any of these possible threats on this plane. And it's quiet. There isn't much active missions in your time in Trespol. But then something does land with you, and you are sent solo to investigate some individuals of interest who are allegedly practicing some kind of, I don't want to say forbidden, but definitely darker magics that are more recognisable with actions that you've learnt about when you were on the astral plane, on the Rotas Isle, just west of Zragate, just off the coast of Zragate. So you go solo on this mission. And you arrive, and you are met with what was once the heart of civilization across Sememir, the Rotas Isle, and the city of Rotanara, which is now a ruin, crumbling. Nothing of any kind of no actual life there. Lots of forest where kind of nature has taken back that place. And you're investigating, and what kind of memories do you have of investigating that area, and what kind of things do you think of?
First major solo mission, keen to it to be a success. Prove the elders, make them happy. Ultimately expunge any threats that may or may not be there. With the order, it is very much like a guilty until proven innocent thing. So I would have been very much ready to go and not let's just go and find out what's going on. But yeah, out in this, you're not really scared of being alone and that kind of stuff, but you are isolated. So walking around in the ruins, time has a different meaning for Gith, so it's not quite that same level of like, oh, this has now been overtaken by nature, because time is a bit wibbly wobbly for Gith, so it's not quite the same feeling that a human would have. More, I guess, like pity rather than anything else. Yeah, so a desire to the mission to be a success.
And that drive pushes you deeper into the ancient city of the ruins, and you go into one of the deeper, darker kind of underground networks in there. And as you go down, you cross over a particular threshold, and you feel your foot push on something, and it loosens. And there's a flash of light all around you. And you can feel excruciating pain, but because of this light you can't see anything. You're completely blinded. What are your thoughts as you begin to die?
What, like failure, I suppose, if that would be it. That would be like, well, that was all for nothing, essentially. And just like to be lost and forgotten here among the rest of the ruins. And I guess a little bit of frustration, because clearly the reports of something going wrong here were correct, so it's a shame that nothing can be done about them.
And as you begin to fade and you feel sensations disappearing from you, and the black creeps into your vision, which is completely blinding white, but you start to have black pass into that, you hear a very faint, calming voice, which you've heard before during kind of looking for prayer and whatnot from your god, Erethys. And you hear a calming voice say, "This will pass. You will be okay. This is okay. Don't worry. You have done what is needed for civilization. Do not fear." And as the black takes over your vision, that voice is then interrupted by a much darker, more sinister voice. Yes, another one for me. The three of you will be my slaves in this mission, and you, of all of them, it will be ironic. It's like time repeats itself. It's like everything your people once fought for is coming back around. In your vision you see 3 chairs. Not ornate, not special, but 3 chairs in the black. And then you wake. And you're in the inn. You boys can come back in now.
Very good, thank you.
Hey kid.
Hey.
Hey.
You done kissing?
He's a passionate lover. Takes time.
Son?
Yeah. And you wake, and to either side of you, snoring, tongues hanging out of their mouths, bit of sick maybe, or whatever forming around their lips.
Bile.
Whose man are you?
You see Finn and Lucian.
Is it morning or is it
Middle of the night.
middle of the night? Okay.
Pitch black outside.
I'm a sleepy baby.
Little baby boo.
Sucking on his bum.
Sucking his bum.
I will just splash some water on my face from the basin in the room, knowing full well these guys won't wake up from any noise I make. Double check that the door is locked on the bedroom.
It is.
And then return to sleep.
And as you fall back to sleep, all 3 of you
All three of you leave the room.
All three of you here just quietly, in your sleep, in the black. Now you know. I have you all. You think yourself pure. You're not. You're my pawns in this game. And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Ooh.
Well,
Wow.
another, in the words of Phil Mitchell, another one bites the dust.
I'm not in anybody's pawn.
Kinky. Thank you for listening to another episode of Dungeons, Dice and Dudes. You lovely, lovely peoples. Don't forget to check us out on all of our various social medias at Dungeons, Dice and Dudes, Dungeons_Dudes, YouTube, Dungeons, Dice and Dudes, all of that kind of stuff. Do not forget to check out the Briggsy on Twitch for the Discord channel. That's a thing that's happening soon.
Yeah.
Don't forget to use the Briggsy at checkout if you're buying any of the fantastic goods from Game Tea for lovely discounts. And of course, as always, please give our beautiful sister podcast a listen at Thinking Critically, something a little bit different to playing D&D, but discussing it and getting into the nitty-gritty. That is it for tonight. Thank you very much, and we'll hear you, see you. You'll hear us on the next one.
You'll hear us, but we'll see you.
Yeah.
We'll be watching.
Yeah. Sleep tight. Don't have any nightmares. Bye.
Bye.